Ta-da! That's right. Look, it's me, Craig X, and from out from under the seed desk, I'm joined by a very special guest today. Hey, you can come out now.
What's going on?
Chilling. Sorry to wake you up after yesterday's show, bro.
Oh, it was a good show yesterday.
Yeah. So Greg and Kush left.
Where?
Didn't mean to wake you. They went home.
They went to go get food?
No, they're gone for the day. They'll be back next week. It's already Thursday, bro.
No.
Yeah, it's Expert Joints. Look behind you. Look this way. This side. It's Thursday.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Put my game face on.
Pretend like you're awake for a second. You're not that confused. It is true. This is Al the Alchemist from Temple of Calyx, class and section 666 himself.
What's happening?
And me, Craig X. And well, it's 4:21, but luckily I was already smoking a joint, so that kind of half counts.
I was napping, so bear with me.
Right? Light him if you got him, guys. We are here. It is a very special episode of Expert Joints Live Thursday with a special co-host. Most of my guests this week are live from the internets. And
That's where they live.
Yeah, they live on the internets. And so I didn't want to be just sitting here by myself because it's boring in here by myself. So I was like, you know what I do? I kick Al.
Man, Al's usually crashed around here somewhere.
Just kick him, wake him back up, and be like, hey, you're on the show today, pal.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, man, thanks for being here. We are going to have several guests on in just a minute. We've got calls coming in from them. I'm going to tell them and say, one sec. You're on in 5. You're on in 5. Call you back in a sec. Wow, that's it. Got him. He's there. That's good. That worked out perfect. Great. Okay, so our next guest is on standby. I got a special guest. He was actually a guest on the show a bunch of episodes ago called Temple of Boom was the episode there that Mr. Weed Al PD himself was on. How are you, brother? What's new and exciting?
Life is good. It's been really busy. Can't complain. Man, how you been? Look at that double fisting over there.
Double fisting here. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I saw you guys had 3 joints, I think, going at one point yesterday.
Yeah, we each had one.
Mm-hmm. Tough times.
One of them had a whole whackload of distillate in there.
Uh-oh. Which one is that? Was this one of these ones?
No, it was probably the one that I finished.
That would make sense. I noticed there was several roaches that were bigger and one that was right down to the nub.
That might have been the one.
That was probably the one. Yeah. I'm smoking this joint. I should probably get to smoking some more weed. Right, all the way down from the Temple of Calyx and from out from under the desk. It is good to have you here, friend.
Good to be here.
Much. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
It's kind of stylish.
Been working heavy with David Paul Seymour, the metal icon. This guy's done images for Pentagram, The Sword, Slayer. Fuck everybody, man. That's crazy.
Everybody who's anybody.
Yeah.
And now you.
So it's an honor to be working with him. He just did the images for our new seeds that are launching pretty soon. Just waiting on packaging. Sister M and Mesmachronic, bred by our good homies over at Northern Seed Farms for us.
I'm looking forward to seeing the packaging. I also like that shirt. You know, normally I wear this one, and it's good.
This is the Cannabis.
Well, I kind of feel that, like, they can't see it very well sitting over there. So I figured I should maybe put this one where they have less weed in front of it. Plus, this one also has a bit of a holiday theme, if you'll notice.
Oh yeah, that's Santacron.
That's Santacron.
You know, there's a little
Kush Kringle.
Kush Kringle.
Like
maybe
that
that'll be next year's.
Right.
And you know, there's a little ditty that goes with it. You know.
Do the ditty.
It's kind of like, hey, you'll probably cough. Hey, you might even cry. I know that you'll hack. Hey, I'm telling you why. 'Cause hey, whatever. Santa Claus, he's bringing the pounds. Hey, he knows what you've been smoking. Hey, was it buds or was it shake? Hey, and if you let your pals run dry, well, you hit buds and they hit shake. There you go.
Straight from the temple, the man crawls on down.
Santacron, he's coming to town.
Santacron. Well, make sure you leave out some Milton cookies for the dude. I hope he stops by because I think you guys have been pretty nice. Speaking of nice, this week we've got some really nice guests. We've got Andy Williams from Medicine Man, the largest dispensary in Denver, plus more organizations that they have happening. So we're going to talk with the guys from Medicine Man. Also,
not to be confused with Paul Williams from Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Paradise, I should say.
Or Andy Williams, the singer. as well too, because he was old school. Look it up if you don't know. You could Google him, but it's not. Also, Cannabis Culture. We're gonna smoke some weed from there, as well as probably obviously from the temple as well too. It's gonna be hazy as fuck in this show. The last time that Al came by here, he just was like, here's a pile table full of weed. If you don't smoke it all, I'm not giving you any more. And I smoked it all. You know? Yeah, so I smoked it all, and he was like, okay, now I can give you more weed. Allegedly. The last joint I actually finished as I was packing up, so I got through the whole thing in the day. It just took the fucking show and the after party.
How long was your nap?
Till most of Saturday. It was good. I liked it. Oh, we're going to get into something, too, from the temple. As well as, of course, yes, from Cannabis Culture, the newly reopened Cannabis Culture Port Coquitlam location, 2819 Shaughnessy. This time last week, we were telling that, it looks like we're getting shut down. I wonder if Jer will have news for us. And he didn't, but we have news. Pop Shop. Shouts to Pop Shop. For those who know from back in the day, man. If you don't know, find out. It is...
He's quick.
It was sometimes, and then I forget what I'm talking about another time because you never know what's going on with
Poco, man.
Poco, that's right, absolutely. So we are there back, doing it again. And then of course a couple days later they came out and changed the bylaw. Now they can start ticketing, and so the fight continues.
What's the what are they proposing the daily fine will be?
We're started at $150 at the moment.
Okay, and what's the maximum?
I think the max is they can go to the landlord themselves and fine the building owners up to $10,000 a day.
Wow,
$1,000 maybe. So we'll see how that goes. We're not afraid of a fight, but there becomes a point where it might be easier to relocate. We might want to stay. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Nevertheless, we're not going to make it easy.
Have you guys thought about drones?
I was actually thinking that with Amazon, Amacron could go ahead and go ahead and just drone delivery.
Drone delivery.
Yeah. Because then you're gonna have the drone police flying around after you to go ahead, and they're gonna have to go to the check stop.
They'll be all like saying pull over, but it'll be in binary, so we won't know what they're saying.
Then they have drone check stops, and you got to roll in roadblocks. Yeah, it's tough.
But that's way down the line.
Bro.
If you get the jump on the drone delivery, you'll... Oh, sorry, I jacked your lighter.
Jack my Cannabis Culture lighter that you can get here right in the lounge. Anyway, so that would be a good idea. I can't lie. Also Timmy 2 times. Tim McBride, also not Tim McBride the singer. Tim McBride, the saltwater cowboy.
The fucking OG Tim McBride. The quadruple OG. The fucking...
The real Tim McBride is on the show with us.
McBride.
The real Tim McBride's on the show with us today. Another saltwater session, Tim's Tales Part 3. That's going to be a good one. And then, lots of people here in the chat room already. Tons of people. I've got the 2 different computers. I'm trying to keep it together. Fuck, I hope I don't mess it up this week.
Just keep it together.
The hard part is I was using the wrong keyboard for the right computer at one point. I was trying to delete. Why is it not deleting? And it is.
I think so.
Actually, I have the video at home. It's on my favorites list. S. Oak, James McDonough, Wild Dragon, Archer 420, C. Ray, Ben Kerr, May Moneyweather, Matty Moe, Anthropod, Karen White. I saw all kinds of people in there. Thanks for everybody who's being here. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. It should be a good one. It's going to be hazy anyway. That's for damn sure, especially when you got the man himself right here from the temple. So anyway, let's get on to it. Today we're sampling products from the newly at least I will be, combined now with some temple products because of my sit-in co-host. Not quite as attractive looking as my last co-host, but better looking maybe than Mick Mann, the last Pot TV jump-in. So.
Hey, not doing too bad then.
That say, I think Cushy and Carly got you both licked, but anyway.
I wish.
Down boy. That's the Saturday night show coming soon. 2819 Shaughnessy Street. Go down there, check them out, get some weed from them. Please support them if you're out in Port Coquitlam. Also check them out on Facebook, Cannabis Culture Poco. As of course, if you're over the age of 19, have 2 pieces of ID and choose to do so. In the bud cam. It was called God's Ink. Now, as far as I was then told, it's a God bud, but we got it at Cannabis Culture Port Street. You can check it out. Let's check it out in the bud cam.
Look at that, eh?
Yeah, not too bad looking. Not. I could maybe go in a little tighter and see if there's a little more heads to it, but pretty good looking. They say, God Zinc is a variant of a widely popular and loved God bud that it's known for giving the user an intense feeling of uplifting and euphoria. Uplifting. Oh, feelings of, they wrote that wrong. Let's try that again then. Euphoria, creativity, creative energy, and an overwhelming sense of laziness. Wait, that doesn't make sense. His intense feeling of creative energy and overwhelming laziness without overwhelming side effects. See how well these are written? And that's why it's what they say.
All right.
And
Let's try some of this weed, and we're going to rewrite this description.
Right
here live.
So we'll see what goes on there, but nevertheless, it came from Cannabis Culture PD Street. Make sure you go check that out. 2819 Shaughnessy. They're back open. They're doing it. That's their logo. And this is the bag of weed, because I got it around here somewhere.
Bag of weed.
Everything's better with a bag of weed. Bag
He's
of weed.
got
Bag of weed. So I'm going to roll that, and then do the introduction of our proper, actual guest, Andy Williams from Medicine Man. This is pretty cool. This should be fun. I like this guy. I talked to him a while back. He was a good dude. And then we wrote an article. Anyway, we'll get into that. As I nug up this piece right over here, get to it. What are you smoking on over there, tough guy?
Bruce Banner number 3.
Bruce Banner number 3. You gave me some of that a couple episodes back. It
Grown
is
by the newest master in the Temple line of master growers, Father Stewart. So
Father Stewart.
Props to Father Stewart. Great fucking job, bro.
He was my grade 7 Catholic school teacher.
Yeah.
He's
also everybody's favorite sitcom priest.
It's true. It's true. Because if you need someone to be on a sitcom and preach,
You want Father Stewart, man.
there's this first choice. Yeah. He doesn't even have to audition anymore. They write parts
they're
just
they're
for
just
him.
like they write exactly. They write
the
roles
roles
for him. They're like,
Speaking of the man himself, I'm going to go up and try and get this handsome young fella on the phone here next. Let's see if we can get him chopping up there. Okay, he is there. I see him there now. Hopefully he'll be able to hear me. I'm going to mute this, see if I can do this the right way.
There we go.
Andy Williams is an award-winning pioneer in the cannabis industry who is the co-founder and CEO of Medicine Man in Colorado. And maybe
How you doing?
Good, man. I'm doing your intro here, but I'm going to get you just turn down your background volume there a little bit on your playback device so we don't hear it coming back through. Good to see you, finally, again. Good chat with you.
You too.
A lifelong entrepreneur who partnered in the founding Medicine Man Technologies, an OTCBQ publicly traded cannabis consulting company, and Med Pharma company focused on expanding medical cannabis science into the pharma-grade environment, a passionate cannabis advocate dedicated to advancing the industry through community service, transparency, advocacy, mentoring, innovation, and political cooperation. He's also an industrial engineer with extensive experience in manufacturing environments. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show via Skype. Now I make the window bigger. There he is.
All right.
The one and only Andy Williams on the show. What's going on, bud? Good to see you.
Andy.
Good to see you too. You almost did that with one breath. That was impressive.
You know, it's not easy, man. I make it look it, but it's not. I'm telling you. It's mostly because I'm full of hot air and weed smoke. So
That must be helping.
hey, it's worked thus far, and
That's right.
This guy knows a thing or two about it too. Andy, you actually haven't met. Andy, this is Al the Alchemist.
How's it going, Andy?
Good to meet you, Al.
You as well.
He's our Wednesday show co-host and the man I call Weed Alpedia, who knows more about weed than weed knows about itself.
We're just going to
That's
smoke a
awesome.
little bit of original haze.
His collective is one of the top 5, no question, top 3, most probably top 2, arguably,
We're just
grower
some guys doing some stuff that's fun.
collectives in Canada. They grow killer weed.
That's awesome.
That said, thank you for being here. Good to have you, Andy Williams, Medicine Man, all the way live from Colorado.
That's right.
I wish we could
Broomfield, Colorado, in my office at home.
Nice.
How about that?
Thanks for joining us, man. For those who regularly visit expertjoints.com, they'll see James Priest's well-put-together article from last month, The Medicine Man Behind the Magic, all about you.
That's right. I read that article. He did a nice job. We had a fun time.
Yeah, shouts to James, man. He's a really great guy, and the whole Canalance crew, they do a great job. But for those who are unfamiliar with it and who didn't read it or aren't maybe aware of who you guys are, tell us what is Medicine Man?
Yeah, so Medicine Man is a dispensary and cultivation in Colorado. We grow, we retail to the adult use market, and we also sell in our dispensary. As a matter of fact, we won the best dispensary last year in 2015, and this year most influential company from Can Awards. So that was quite the honor. And we got into this business in 2009, my brother and I, with the idea of creating a company that made great cannabis at great prices, that's consistent and safe and delivered with great customer service, and it served us really well. So right now we have the number one dispensary in Colorado. Like you said, we've branched out. We have Medicine Man Technologies, which is our consulting company. So we help people that have the business acumen, the passion, the money, and desire to get into the cannabis industry that don't have the know-how. So we provide that know-how. We help them get licensed and design and build their facilities, train their employees, get their systems up and running, and get them in business. And then the other business that we started is something that's really driving me right now, which is MedFarm. And MedFarm is a phytopharmaceutical company. I've partnered with some great people in this, and like you said, it's to find those magic compounds in cannabis that are having an impact on the human condition, identifying them, put them in a proper dosage form, and creating those dosage forms in a pharma-grade environment to impact the human condition reliably and repeatably. We've done a lot of work on this one. It's been a 2.5-year project. Our first facility is just about to open that will begin doing this work in Colorado. We're working in Pennsylvania as well to get a clinical registrant license there, working with a great university. So anyway, we're expanding on multiple fronts, and it's an exciting time.
So how and when did the company really come about? I mean, where did you just take this all back to? Well, this is hard work.
Oh, boy.
Had to start somewhere.
Yeah, I did. It started with my brother. So my brother and I are both lifelong entrepreneurs. He a successful one, me a failed one, and but he also had a real passion for marijuana, and he's a lifelong connoisseur. And in 2000, when Colorado passed Amendment 64, and we were allowed to be caregivers for others, he started doing that in his basement, and really started getting into how to grow cannabis, and did a phenomenal job. He was growing some really great cannabis in his basement. He's an inventor and invented a great system for it, and was helping a lot of people out of his basement and making good money as a hobby. And so when the Ogden letter came out in 2009 that said the federal government wouldn't pursue people following state laws, then I went to my brother and said, hey, let's go big with this. And so we had to go to my mom and first let her know that, one, Pete smoked pot, and then two, he grew it in his house.
Mom, Pete smokes
Yeah.
pot.
Pretty big disclosures right there.
Yeah,
And
that's
three,
the worst one of the.
We're starting a business. Would you lend us some
Just
money so we
smoke
could start
pot.
this business? And somehow she said yes. I don't know how that happened.
Because you bought her chocolates and you did your homework and and emptied the dishwasher, probably.
That's right.
Yeah, most likely. Sounds like it. And now you've grown to have the largest dispensary in Denver, or the Denver area, or however that works.
Yeah. So we've been kind of a minimalist, model in Colorado, where we grow a lot of cannabis, but we didn't want to start stores until until we could supply it all with our own cannabis. We like the consistent product. If you buy Blue Dream from us today, in 6 months or a year from now, you come back and buy Blue Dream, it's going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because we grow all our own. But we sell a lot of marijuana out of our two stores. So our two stores, are the highest grossing stores in Colorado. But we're growing a lot better now. We've got some great new techniques that we're using, and so we're going to be opening 2 more stores this year.
Man,
Nice.
congratulations. I think
Thanks.
that's very cool to be able to go from seed to sale and regularly. I mean, because if you happen to have the right connection with the grower up here and they happen to be able to produce enough and it works timing-wise, you can usually get the same stuff back fairly frequently. But often you get one bag of Blue Dream, and then when that's gone, somebody else comes in with a bag of Blue Dream, and it's not really the same Blue Dream that worked for the last person last time, right? So that's a
right.
neat thing that you can be able to do.
One of the problems with that, with what he's saying, is up here we have clubs that'll just, not just clubs, but a lot of times individuals will just start changing the names because it doesn't necessarily match the other Blue Dream. So it's like, oh, this is something else now, and then at the end of the day, that becomes misleading. So it's awesome to see, somebody just doing it.
Standards
right.
and consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Starbucks doesn't sell coffee because you get something new every time.
It's true.
Well, and McDonald's is because a Big Mac is a Big Mac is a Big Mac.
That's right.
Right? So,
I've heard that some states are going to start making cultivators and dispensaries change the names to, the less traditional names. So they don't want Screaming Gorilla. They don't want Cat Piss Romulan. They'd rather have whatever, some nice name. I've heard that they're going to start regulating that, which is a terrible idea because connoisseurs can tell a lot from a name in terms of the genetics and what to expect.
right?
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't catch on.
Under our Health Canada model, some of the quite heavily regulated licensed producers are being suggested. Nothing too kid-friendly, nothing too exciting. Some of them are calling stuff like calm and energy and good night. Like, what the fuck kind of weed is good night? You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping
Sounds
it's at
like
least
something
an
I'd
indica.
start my day with.
Yeah.
There's
Sounds like
definitely a
shit we started the show
demographic
with.
that I think will find that appealing, but for traditional cannabis connoisseurs, that's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, so up here in Vancouver, Amsterdam, BC Bud, we're one of the homes of what it's doing, so there's a lot of weed nerds around here. But
I love weed nerds.
we got some good ones, man. You sound like a bit of a weed nerd yourself, bro. So you said the 2 locations. What kind of range of products do you have? Are you just flowers? Are you the full cycle? Or
Yeah, we carry so many things. That's one of the things. It's kind of fun. We're closest to the airport, and so we get a lot of people from out of state. I mean,
I'll be
you
right
have
there.
People taking Ubers, and layovers and whatnot, and so they come in, and they're used to saying, having their local contacts say, here, we've got this or this today, and they come in and they have 30 strains on the shelf that they can choose or more. They've got tinctures and edibles of all different sorts, like Tootsie Roll type things to candy bars and other hard candies and
what's your extract game like?
There's a wide range of things. And then you have, of course, a concentrate selection, which is really great. We have this display case that, I don't know, has 30 different shatters in it that you can choose from. And then you have topicals, and you have transdermal patches, and there's even a sex oil.
And do you make all those in-house, or some of those from other providers?
No, we buy those from a lot of different providers. One thing we like for the customers is variety. They can choose their own, and there's a lot of people with a lot of different likes, and so they get to choose their own.
And can I ask? I mean, we had a question from the chat room here. What does your pricing on flowers start at?
Pricing on flower is usually about $20 to $25 an eighth. $20 is the best pricing. $25 is typical. Our pricing goes up for the top shelf to $40 an eighth. You can buy ounces regularly at $120 an ounce. We have sales for $99 an ounce, and we don't put crap on sale. You don't come in and just get bottom of the jar, which isn't bad anyway, but or shake. I mean, this is good bud that you're getting for those prices. So the prices in Colorado are really great compared to a lot of places right now.
Man, to do $1 billion in sales, you guys must sell a hell of a lot of pot at those prices.
We sell a lot of pot. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, 1.2 billion this year in sales. Wow. Last year I mentioned Blue Dream because it's one of it's a great grower. Yeah. It's really hardy. It's bulky. Yeah, it's easy to grow. Customers love it. We sold like $650,000 of just Blue Dream last year.
Probably.
Wow.
Doesn't surprise me at all, man.
Yeah.
And
I love Blue
that's
Dream.
just your organization, like that.
Yeah,
like,
just us.
so that's amazing because that's a really really popular strain out there right now.
I think the
I
top-
can't even imagine the gross sales of Blue Dream just as a varietal in
Oh, yeah.
retail. It's got to be astronomical.
Everybody's got their own Blue Dream.
Yeah,
so
for real.
It's,
Yeah, it's got to be
huge.
astronomical.
I think in 2015, I think it was Blue Dream, Girl Scout cookies, and maybe either sour super lemon haze. I think were the top 3
Yeah.
most popular strains in the U.S.
Yeah, we carry all 3. Our Girl Scout cookies is phenomenal. I think we have the best genome of Girl Scout cookies in the state. It's, we look for good, big, and fast when we grow. And good because we want everyone to love it. We want it to grow well. Fast because we like turns in the flower, and big because we like yield. And this thing is not big, but we grow it anyway because it is so darn good. People come from all over to buy it.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you didn't know better, you see some of the unmanicured stuff that will come out of their shops, and you put it up against some other bud that you get from a dispensary, and you would think that, well, this one's maybe going to smoke better than this one. And you find this one, you smoke, and it's like, it looked good. It didn't really do anything. And this one, he just waves it near your fucking face with the lid still on the jar, and next thing you know, you're ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, it happens.
Yeah, you still got to take care of that plant. You got to hit a good flush. You got to get a nice cure. You can't let that ammonia gas gather when you're curing it. It's you still got to take care of it. You got to give it love.
What's your favorite old school staple kind of strain? Not the new school trendy ones.
The OGs are great. I don't know. I guess that's what it would be. My favorite strain that I've ever grown in-house. Have you ever had ogre before?
Oh yeah, I've had the ogre cut.
Yeah,
the ogre
we had
cut's
this
awesome.
ogre, and we lost a mother, and I about started crying. This was 2 years ago. I think we lost a mother, but it smelled like Concord grapes. It just grew so big and beautiful, and smelled and tasted just like Concord grapes. That was probably my favorite ever that we've grown.
Nice.
That's really
Rest
cool.
in peace.
Man, that's a shame. Okay, so that is I think it's really neat how you've got such a wide range of products. I mean, I'm going to go for a second here and pop up the website first for half a second. Pull that up here and talk us through. Nice site. 2015 Colorado's best medical dispensary. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's no small feat in Colorado. We have hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah, right. Well, your website's slick. We're looking at the pictures of it. Huge selection, as you were talking about, and it's special every different day. So, okay, boss man, off the top of your head, what's today's special?
Oh, this is not Monday, so I can't tell you it's Medible Mondays. I don't know. 2 for Fridays. I have no idea. They change those things sometimes.
Okay, well, first of all, it's Thursday, so I don't know.
Oh, there you go. I forgot.
That's
What do
okay.
you do?
You just got back from product research, man. It's all good. We get it. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. I think it's really cool that you guys are doing what you do. So
You know what's kind of sad is as business gets bigger and we start doing all these other things, I don't get to be in the dispensary as much. But, my brother's there and my sister. My sister, Sally, is the president of Medicine Man. She's a rock star. And she runs the brick and mortar of Medicine Man for us. And my brother, of course, is out in the cultivation. So they're more, in touch with everything, all those little details.
Well, man, it's cool to have your family involved. So you've got not only the family in it, but and you can control it now. So you've really got the whole thing from one end to the other, just dialed right in at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways, to get into business in the cannabis industry. Not all of it's touching plants, and we're getting into the, selling picks and shovels to the miners right now with, Medicine Man Technologies. We're going through an acquisition process right now with a packaging company, as well as a publication company called Pono Publications with 3Alite. I don't know. Have you guys heard of 3Alite?
No, I haven't, but please tell us all about it.
Oh, man. Josh Hopt. He's my brother. He is, I don't know, the best grower I've ever met in my life. I haven't met somebody who grew industrially better than us. I've seen people grow really well, and And I can't say we were better than everybody, but I hadn't met anybody better than us at growing cannabis industrially until I met Josh Haupt. And I went into his facility. He was featured 3 months in a row in High Times. They call him the Steve Jobs of cannabis. And I walked into his facility and took a tour. And if he would have told me what I was going to see before I walked in, I would have thought he was lying. And I really would have. But what he does growing this plant and bringing out the best in it and bringing out the best yield is just amazing. And so we're going to partner up. We're going through an acquisition right now of 3Alite. And so now 3Alite and Medicine Man Technologies are partnered up. And hands down, there won't be anybody that grows industrially better than Medicine Man Technologies with 3Alite.
Well,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing that coming down there one day. I tell you what.
You got to get Josh on this show. He's a bundle of energy and just all kinds of charisma oozing out of him. He's an awesome guy.
I want to come down there and do the show from the place. Is what I
That
always
would be
wanna
cool.
do.
You
That
guys
would
got
be
any
cool.
plans to expand into the Canadian licensed production program?
I don't have them right now. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I don't have an opportunity.
I have an
good.
opportunity for you. Don't worry.
All right,
Lots
good.
of
That's what I
opportunities
hear
in
about.
that field, and it's a hurting one because they're producing a lot of swag in that industry.
Yeah, it's some really unremarkable weed.
Really very, very poor quality cannabis masquerading under high dollars. It's that's what's going on there.
Yeah,
I would love,
For the most
even
part.
if someone wanted to hire us, Medicine Man Technologies, that's what we do, is we teach people how to do this in a great way.
Well,
And I don't have a client in Canada right now. I would love one.
Well, I can tell you very much, man. We here at Cannabis Culture are fairly well connected. We've got a number of dispensaries under our own organization that our franchise partners and corporate hold together. More coming, and very many more in the works, we hope. We would love to not only come down in the U.S. ourselves. I mean, Cannabis Culture is one of the biggest names that's been doing it for the longest amount of times, and it's part of the reason that people do what they do, and they don't even know it. But we also are looking for people who know what they're doing to come help, because Canada is on its way to legalization, and it does need some level of standards and accountability and processes to make good bud safe by somebody's standard, some regulatory body standard, and show them how it can be done, because we're working with a real fucked up set of parameters to have to deal with that don't produce good marijuana, and it's not working for anybody, and they're trying to ram it down people's throats, and people don't want it. And so it's a real back and forth situation. It's tough. So I think we could use, and I was just going to say, speaking of Medicine Man Technologies, I happen to have that website there too. What do you know?
Oh, sweet.
So do you guys, what is that, like a testing company as well, or what else do you do? Give us the rundown.
All right, so I told you a little earlier about the consulting company. So we help people do what we do in Colorado, wherever they are, in terms of cultivation, dispensary, as well as manufacturing. In addition, we are looking at a packaging company right now. We're in going through due diligence, and we're probably going to make a decision here soon on whether or not to pull the trigger on this one. And if we do, it's been announced. So it's Funksack. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, but I've smoked a fat sack. Is that the same thing?
So Funksack is a packaging company. He's got a technology called Odor No, which is a smell-proof bag. It's been bear tested, so you can carry your cannabis without having it stink. Well, some say stink, some say aromatic or whatever. But anyway, and as well as a lot of packaging for the cannabis industry. ASTM certified child-proof or child-resistant bags that are resealable, things like that. In addition, we have Pono Publications. The 3Alite book is now under the Medicine Man Technologies company, which is a phenomenal book. If anybody wants, it's really written for somebody who wants to grow at home. It's not an industrial book, but this is a book that, if you follow the steps, you're going to be able to not only, buy the equipment, set it up, identify the strains you want to grow, and then grow it, very well in your own system. It's a great book for you. In addition, the technology from 3Alite. I can't tell you about our other plans because we're a public company and it's not released yet, but just know that there's other acquisitions that we're doing right now that are ancillary to the cannabis industry but supportive.
So individuals can't grow themselves in Colorado, right? It's just companies, I guess, or organizations, or how does that work?
No,
No?
Colorado's a wonderful place. Amendment 64 is part of our Colorado Constitution, and in it says that each individual that is of the appropriate age can grow 6 plants in their home.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah, so everybody can take part. And if you've never grown a cannabis plant in your home, it's a wonderful thing.
It's so
I mean,
pretty.
they grow like weeds.
They do. They do.
Yeah. And it's, you don't necessarily, if you just feed it tap water, you're not going to get the best crop, but it's still very therapeutic and it's a lot of fun. And if you keep 18 hours of light on it, it's never going to flower anyway. And it just becomes a big tree. Mm-hmm. And you'll have a tree in a year. They're just a great plant to grow.
I know they're super pretty and they smell good too, in my opinion.
Yeah, they do. But they don't smell unless unless you're flowering.
Yeah.
And so, if you just want a nice, beautiful plant in your home, put 18 hours of light on that puppy and let it grow and flower it out when you want.
Man, we're smoking.
All you got to do is cut the light to 12 hours a day and then start flowering.
I don't even want to know how many you have at your house, but we don't want to talk about that live on the internet here. So what's the typical Medicine Man Technologies client? Is it like a mom and pop, or is it like startups or people trying to emerge in the market? Who do you guys help generally?
So there's really two types of clients that we have. One, it's in new markets. So just like this election, we have 8 new states that have cannabis laws, and in those states, there's going to be legislation being passed and rules being made that allow for people to get into this industry. And so there's a lot of people that want to get into the industry but don't have the know-how. So we provide the know-how for those folks. So those are new entrants into the cannabis industry. Our other client are people that have a cannabis business right now, and they have a cultivation that's underperforming, and they want us to come in and help them achieve better results. And it's kind of like you ever watch Bar Rescue on TV?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With John Taffer.
Yeah, when they go
it's
in, they
kind of
clean
like
up the
Cultivation Rescue. Only we're nice.
Yeah, that works.
We don't yell at anybody.
When are you guys bringing that to Vice Network?
Yeah.
Man, I would love that.
There you go.
Okay.
I've actually pitched this. This would be a great show, Cultivation Rescue.
I'll host it. Just I don't want Gordon Ramsay anywhere near it. Okay. It's just
or John Taffer. John Taffer's a really nice guy, by the way. I did meet him.
Yeah. Did you get high with him?
Yeah, we did get high.
Yeah. I like him already. So, I mean, it's obviously not easy. Neither is obviously navigating the rules and shit like that. I mean, it's a lot of work, and yeah, we could definitely use some help up here, some folks and some guidance. And they keep referencing as well, we're looking at the Colorado model and the Washington model and the Oregon model and the Lego model. And I actually have this 1957 Chevy car toy model. It was quite nice, too.
Nice.
I can let them take a look at that. Man, the only thing that's missing here is actually a bag of your Medicine Man weed here right now.
I wish I could. Send you a little care package.
Yeah. So what's up with exports? Is that something that's on the agenda one day?
No, but boy, wouldn't I love that. I'd like to have a subscription company that just sent you just like Cannabox or whatever you want to call it. And every month you get a new box of different strains or different products. It'd be a great thing.
You don't have that already?
I wish I did.
I'm
going to go out right now and see if Cannabox is taken on as a URL.
Are you guys allowed to ship?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
No, it's federally illegal to move cannabis or a marijuana product across state lines or country lines. Mm. So sadly, no.
Got it.
We'll be coming to a theater near you someday.
Well, it sounds like Al and I are going to be knocking on your door later this weekend,
you
probably.
Will because they don't like me at the border.
Okay. So I'll be now knocking at the door, and my friend here, Guy Incognito. My friend Guy Incognito.
Guy Incognito, yeah.
Guy Incognito will be there, but Al won't be there.
He might travel there.
Al won't be there. Guy might be there. That'd be great, man. I mean, for now, we've been sampling products from the Poco store, Cannabis Culture, of course, from the Temple of Calyx. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, man, but that is retardedly good.
It's the Harmony, the Rockstar cut of Harmony.
Not
to be confused with. See, this is we're gonna give you an example of what happens in BC with name change.
And Weedalipedia, go.
Okay, so a guy did a hybrid, somebody took a bud, cracked a couple seeds out of the test run of this hybrid, got a broadleaf and a thin leaf, and it was an OG crossed to a Thai. Super awesome, super soapy. It earned the name Rockstar, the Rockstar Kush, because it was like only these elite guys were getting it, and they were paying a high dollar, and it was the Rockstar shit. So some other people trying to obtain the cut couldn't, did some research, and found Bonguru Seeds had a strain called Rockstar. So naturally, they ordered Rockstar. So then enter the real Rockstar. So now we have two Rockstars. Then BC Bud Depot, working on the popularity of the name Rockstar associated with British Columbia, created the BC Rockstar. So now we have three Rockstars. But really,
it just gets confusing.
Yeah, really four, because the harmony, the OG to the Thai, there's a broadleaf and a thin leaf, and both of those are called Rockstar.
So that original one needs
call it
just be
harmony.
called the Rockstar. It sounds like.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. No, that's tough,
It's funny, man.
and it does get confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the idea of some degree. Natasha Riz was talking last week about, what was it, last week? 2 weeks ago? Last week. I think it was last week. Wow, time sure flies when you're getting high. I'm pretty sure it was last week. She was talking about how the possibility of it going, to certain people in the market, very terp-derived sort of producting, labeling and direction of it. And
That's a sensible way of categorizing things.
For
Is
certain
by
people,
terpene profiles, because terpene profiles essentially kind of dictate the direction of the character of the high. Might not
Sure.
be the full story of that the high has to give, but definitely the character comes from the terpenes. So we know that lemony, strains that are high in limonene have a certain type of buzz. Strains that are heavy on humulene or myrcene have another certain type of buzz. So that might be a more sensible way of, if they are going to recategorize and change the name game, start playing on that so people at least
It's
know.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Someone offered me a CBD only vaporizer that had myrcene in it, and I like CBD anyway, just for lots of reasons. But I took a hit off of that, and it was really a clarifying effect. It had a phenomenal effect on me that I've never had on anything else. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, terpenes are great modulators.
Yeah.
They really are.
we were talking about earlier, just before he got here, he was ripping rails of CBD isolates just before.
No, I wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
But we were comically surmising a future of where hard drugs are replaced by cannabis-derived isolates and distillates and stuff.
And you
Guys,
never know.
the science of cannabis right now it's going to start exploding here.
It really is.
It's going to be an amazing thing, and it's going to accelerate the legalization. Depends if they legalize before this happens or not. But the discoveries are going to be made with cannabis, with the people that are getting involved right now with the study of these cannabinoids and the impacts on the human condition and how to repeat those reliably are going to make cannabis just explode on all fronts. People are going to see it for what it is. A great plant that has healing properties that can really make great impacts on the human condition, but it's also a great alternative for relaxation and for recreation. It's going to be an amazing thing.
Just with
I was going to say, I really foresee a future of customized profiles where people will be able to make their own. Okay, we're going to put some CBG, some THC, some THCA, a little bit of CBD, and then pair those with pre-existing cannabis-derived terpene profiles, so you can have a different cannabinoid profile with that same phenotype of cookies. You know what I mean? So that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'd be able to pick your formulation, and a step further than that would be able to pick your dosage form.
Yeah.
So how do you want to ingest this cannabis? And there's inhalers and eye drops and sublinguals or vaporizers.
it's really,
the list goes on and on.
staggering. It really is.
just what the weed nerds have been able to do at home over the last like even looking back 15 years ago to see where it's
Yeah.
come, when people were just starting to blow cans of butane, getting fucking gooey shit out of there, and going, like, I blew my first can in 99. I say it almost every other show practically. And by 03, 04, I was like, it's cool. It could do something, but there's got to be a better way than this.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, yeah, we're blowing it off with hair dryers and shit like that. I mean, I didn't know what the fuck we were doing, right? Just trying to figure out some shit. And here you are now, kind of all these years later, looking at
walking around with like goo that's
just fucking
Yeah.
super clear.
right. I mean, it's nutty how the evolution
crazy.
has gone. And then once the actual labs like pharma, the billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies and shit get behind it, can actually start making money and doing something real.
Yeah.
It's going to be just like mind-blowing, the continual revolution. I mean, it's insane. Which Metafarm Holdings is the next sort of thing as well that seems to probably enter into play.
That's exciting.
And oddly enough, I have that website too. Hey.
Yeah. So you can see that. Look at my partners there. Those don't they're not your typical stoners, right?
No, they look like legit dudes with suits and well, the second guy kind of looks like a stoner, but the other guys all have shirts and jackets on and shit like that. They look like responsible dudes, man, for sure.
Yeah. So TJ Johnsrud is I think the middle guy, the one that looks like a stoner. You said the older guy.
No, his name's Andy Williams. He's got his shirt and all buttoned down. TJ's the third guy.
Well, TJ is a 42-year compound pharmacist. He's got 28 labs around the country. He's licensed in all 50 states. He's been making medicine his whole life. He just got a Lifetime Achievement Award from the University of Iowa. He was on the U.S. Pharmacopoeia's exploratory board to bring cannabis into that organization. This guy is phenomenal, and he knows how to make medicine, and he knows how to invent dosage forms. The other guy is Chris Nelson, and Chris Nelson owns Kemin Industries out of Iowa. It's a $650 million a year company. Now, he's not doing this with his company. He's doing this personally, but because his company can't be involved in it because they have bank loans, et cetera. But someday maybe. But they grow plants in 15 countries on 6 continents. They extract things from those plants, and they make ingredients. And 2.5 billion doses of his ingredients are used every day. So their expertise is extraction and genetics. Yeah, these guys are serious.
You just blew my mind.
And they partnered with little old me.
Seriously.
And
Little old me.
But this is making medicine with cannabis, and we're building the facility that's pharma grade in Colorado right now to do it. Partnering with a great university in Pennsylvania to do it there. And Louisiana's going to put out an RFP for a similar type program, and I'm going to be responding to that. So, I mean, the science of cannabis is about to explode, and we're going to be hopefully leading that charge.
Do you can I ask? Sorry, man. Do you foresee like a future where we lose access as laymen to the plant, like much like the opium and coca became outlawed?
Yeah, I don't. I see 2 paths for cannabis. I see the path that it's on right now, that the traditional medical or recreational cannabis that we have right now, or nutraceutical side. But then I also see really the FDA regulated side, and that it will be FDA regulated, but there'll be 2 paths for it. But I think the FDA regulation is going to be because of the dosage forms. They need to be created in sterile environments. They need to, when you're doing inhalers or, I know this is an oil-based product, but through emulsification and other things, they can probably make IVs out of it. So, if you need a heavy dose of CBD, you don't have to sit there and smoke, an ounce of CBD marijuana to get it. You can just get an IV from it or whatever it might be. There's going to be applications or dosage forms that need that control to protect the individual who's using it. And they're also going to be really tightly controlled in terms of dosage form, because if you're trying to treat something that is life-threatening, you want to make sure that dosage form, if it's been identified to treat that condition, is right. So I do see 2 paths for cannabis, though, but I don't see us losing access to it.
Nice.
I'm all about the possibilities of it being for everyone. I like how your kind of model is. If you want to grow it at home, you can grow it at home. If
Yeah.
you want to go on about it and set yourself up as a company and put it out to people responsibly and accountably, then go ahead and do it. I see that works pretty good for me. And $1.2 billion, $2.1 billion in 2015 and 2016, that's worth doing. People are going to take note.
The people have spoken for sure.
Right?
That's right.
People voted
Absolutely.
with their feet. I love it. So then that begs the question. So how's the stock doing today?
I think it closed a little down today. I don't know why.
Well, it'll
I don't
be.
want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It'll be up after today. It'll be up after
It was only
today's show.
2 cents.
Yeah.
You know, if Hillary would have been elected, our stock would have gone through the roof. But it didn't happen that way. But that's okay. You know how you make stock go up? By doing good things.
Yeah.
And by growing the top line, by doing good things and showing good profits, showing good management, and that grows it over time, and that's better than spikes, unless you're a day trader.
Well,
And I'm not.
right. Then then there's no holds barred from there.
That's right.
That's all you got to do
Unless
anyway.
you're a day trader.
Then you don't count. No, I'm not saying that. The slow way is sometimes the best way, or it doesn't even have to be that slow. I mean, this market is changing so fast that we look at it, but it goes back in the weed scene since it's always been. If you had good weed, or you could get a hold of someone who had good weed, you were very loyal to that person when their weed. And you would then say, "Hey, I want to bring other friends to it, or we do more." And then if your person didn't answer the phone, it was a bad day. And then when your weed guy moved, or when you moved, you had to find a new weed guy, and you got to vet all these different people again and shit like that. It sucks. But people are loyal more than I think. Maybe besides the hairdressers, maybe the family physician. Other than that, man, I put your weed dealer in your top 3 for sure.
It should be. I
Right?
mean, if you trust somebody, they're not growing their weed by their kitty litter. You know that. And if you know they're not using pesticides on it, you want to stay with it. Because if you just get it from a random person, you have no idea what's going on in their house with that stuff.
Well,
And that's one of the great benefits of a legal market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a legal market. Now, can I ask, is it like, how do you feel the level of regulation is, or like accountability, or over control, or because up here the model that they're posing for us is so tightly and overdone.
Really imposing. Really
yeah,
imposing.
it results or not speaking for what they should be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Right now, it's overregulated, and that's because of all the fear that's associated with it and the uncertainty on the lawmakers' side. They're really tightly controlling it, and I understand that. But one of the things that they're trying to do here is to tax and regulate this industry rather than have it in the black market. So tax it so that they can make money off it, so that they can do what they need to do, and then regulate it so it's safe for people, and they can control it. Now, when you want to get rid of a black market, you can't have these tight controls, because that enables a black market that allows them to operate. Yeah. And when I was a kid, you guys know Coors beer, right?
Of course.
Okay. When I was a kid, it was illegal to ship Coors beer over the Mississippi River.
I think I saw this movie. I think it was called Smokey and the Bandit.
That's right. And so, but I remember it. And so, I mean, there was black market Coors beer when I was a kid because of regulations. And so if you want to get rid of the black market, you have to get rid of those intense regulations so that the industry can act responsibly and fill the demand that's there, so that the black market doesn't have any of these holes other than, underage kids that I guess are always going to be there, but that's going to be a small market, and the reward isn't going to be there for the black market. So that's how you get rid of it.
Right.
And that's going to take some time. The people are going to have to get used to it. Hell, when I first started this, my neighbor wouldn't let his kids play with mine because I was in the cannabis industry, even though we'd been friends for years.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it totally cut us off. But now, that's changed now. He's seen good things happen rather than bad, and he's changed his mind. And that's what happens when the industry comes into an area.
Well, we talk about it a lot. We're looking at an era we're coming out of 90 years of brainwashing, 100 years of prohibition. It's not going to be undone in a night, man. People have been conditioned for a long time to think it's bad. And we all know the worst thing about marijuana, the most harmful thing that you can about marijuana is getting caught with it. So
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right, and I'm glad to see that that's moving in a different direction. And guys like you are putting it out there, and can help change people's minds. I mean, my mom was quite, no, I don't like this very much. You're grounded. And now she's like, so I guess we're going to Hawaii next year? What do you do, right? So she's probably watching my dog right now, though.
Yeah, my mom, so my mom never has done marijuana in her life until recently. She had a surgery, and instead of opiates, she used cannabis for pain control.
That's awesome.
And that option was there for her, and I just love that. I think it's awesome.
Man, I think that's awesome. I think you're awesome. I think that's cool. Shouts to your mom. Okay, so this takes me to the part of the show where I ask everybody, and you especially, with all this weed business you've got going on, it all has to really start and come from somewhere. I mean, you look back, I ask everybody, so the first question, how and when did you get into weed?
How and when did I get into weed?
Yeah.
All right, may shock a lot of people. All right, marijuana, my whole life affected me very poorly. And so I tried it about every 5 years just to see if it changed, and it hadn't. And so I didn't use marijuana my whole life. I just saw what my brother was doing in his basement. And I was like, man, this guy is awesome at what he's doing. He's making money. He's helping people. And now we can do it as a business in Colorado. And I really saw it as a business first. Matter of fact, when I got into it, I thought that the medicinal side of cannabis was just a camel's nose under the tent for people who want to smoke pot. I didn't believe it.
And how long did that take to change?
Yeah, but you spend one day in my dispensary and you talk to people who are using this. We had this one guy come in. He made a YouTube video of it. I can't even remember his condition now, but he was locked up like this. His hands were claws. He couldn't talk. He looked like all his muscles were flexed all the time. He looked really uncomfortable, and he had a caregiver. And we had a plant that was not so well named industrial plant. I can't claim credit for that. It's just what the genetic was. Right. But when he smoked that, it would melt him. And he did a video of it. His caregiver was letting him smoke it. And you could see him melt. And then he could function. And then he could speak. And then he could do things for himself. And when you see that every day, it's an amazing thing. And then, I started experimenting more with different, terpenes and cannabinoids and things like that. And I started saying, okay, this is really affecting me well now. So now I don't drink. And I don't really consume a lot of cannabis, but when I do, it's enjoyable now.
So then that takes to question number 2. What is your preferred method of consumption? Do you vape it? Do you smoke a little, smoke some blunts, dabs, bongs? What's your delivery choice? Do you edibles?
Yeah, I'm a lightweight, a real lightweight. I got stoned with some people you'd know, but I can't say their names. And I got so stoned I couldn't function the rest of the night. I was smoking their weed. I was just sitting there happy watching, all these great sights. But when I smoke, it's typically a vaporizer, and I can control my dose, and it only lasts 45 minutes, and I can take another puff or not if I want. And every once in a while, I'll do an edible, because there's some edibles I really like. So, you ever hear Incredibles?
The movie, the cartoon?
No, there's a great company here in Colorado called Incredibles. And edibles is highlighted in the name. Yeah, they make some great candy bars. Matter of fact, I went to high school, same graduating class as a guy who owns the company. He's a phenomenal guy.
Something in the water, I think there.
And so that's, I'll eat an Incredibles bar, Leafs by Snoop. I really like Leafs by Snoop as well.
I think something in the water at your high school.
Is the Snoop product good, yeah?
It's really good.
Nice.
He's the only celebrity that really hit it out of the park. So he worked with John Lord at Live Well and Michael Lord at Live Well. And I think, because I know those guys, and they worked for like 18 months on this product. And then, of course, you have the branding and marketing that goes along with Snoop. And they had contests for the bud tenders. But most importantly, it's a great product. And they really did a great job with it. So he really hit it out of the park with that.
Nice.
Well, that's fantastic, man. So then I guess you sort of touched on it. You're not a whole lot. The third question we ask everybody is how much do you smoke or how much do you consume? So every little bit once in a while or every...
Yeah, no, again, people are going to say, you live in Colorado, you don't ski, and you don't smoke that much either. What are you living in Colorado for? I smoke about once a month, maybe, once every other month. It's just not very often. I got young kids, and I got to be there for them, and I just don't get a lot of time that I can just be alone and let loose.
You and the brother can only get so much time in the basement. I get it, man.
Now, my brother, on the other hand, he wakes up with it, smokes it all day, goes to bed with it. He's a connoisseur.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, that's sort of how we do over here.
Yeah.
And then
it's growing in my shower.
Yeah, he doesn't even shower. Just the plants are growing in the shower.
I shower with them.
He showers at a friend's. And then the fourth question that we'd always ask, and you sort of maybe have touched on it, but when you look back at all the weeds you've ever seen or you've ever grown or come across or smoked, or the one that stands out the most memorable bag ever, if you look back, if you could get your hands on it again, is why we call it the one that got away.
Yeah. I've already talked about my ogre, which I loved, and I won't repeat that. So that's one. And then the other one was one of my brother's original strains. It's called Euphoria. The thing was a monster. I mean, just baseball bat buds when he grew it in his basement. And we called it the skinny weed because it actually suppressed appetite and made you want to vacuum your house. It was just an amazing thing.
My mom would love that shit.
Yeah.
Because she does love to vacuum.
An amazing plant. We crossed that with a bunch of stuff. We crossed that with sage. We crossed it with... What the hell else did we cross it with? I can't remember. We crossed it with some other things too.
Euphoria sage must be a nice hybrid.
Yeah, it was.
I can't wait, man. I gotta get down there, man. We gotta come see you. This has been fantastic. I want to pick this interview up. I know we're running out of time here for you. You got places to be and things to do, but I just want to say thank you very much. Is there anything we didn't touch on? Is there anything we should plug? Anything we forgot? Any shout outs?
Man, you did it all, and you even let me get in that I'm the closest to the airport. Did I mention that?
Yeah, you did. Make sure you give the address one more time there. Yeah, let's get the address to your locations again for those in the area who know to find you.
There you go. It's 4750 Nome Street in Denver, and it's 1901 South Havana in Aurora.
Nice. Well, you go check those out. If you're in that area, tell them Andy sent you. Tell them the expert sent you. Tell them that you'd like some of their well put together products, man. This has been a fantastic interview. I really appreciate, one more time, Andy Williams from Medicine Man. I appreciate you being here. MedicineManDenver.com, MedicineManTechnologies.com, MedFarmPH. Holdings.com, Medicine Man Co. on Twitter, and Medicine_Man_Technologies on Instagram.
No, that's awesome. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to get up there to visit you guys.
And I hope
You should definitely come up and visit.
Yeah, man, please come visit. And if I just show up at your door just asking if you get someone, there's someone down here named Craig from Canada, and he says you're supposed to smoke a joint with him.
You get the VIP treatment.
Hey.
And I tell you what, just ask me all the questions really fast, because if I'm smoking joint with you guys, I'm just going to be smiling and staring straight ahead after a little bit.
Hey, man, it's all right. He's a deer in the headlights until we put a camera on, and then he just pops back to life. He's that's all. Andy, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you so much, man. This has been great.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Take care, bud. Peace.
Peace.
Well, that was fun.
It's great.
Aloysius. I like that one.
That's fucking awesome.
That dude was really cool. I'm going to click back to this cam here. Yeah, man. That was fun. So I'm rolling some joints over here right now. I'm smoking. That's not Medicine Man right now. This is Cannabis Culture weed. I rolled up some of this. Well, right now I'm about to roll up this pile, which is some more Temple weed. But what's in the cam right now is what I'm already smoking on, because I couldn't cut to the cam mid-Skype. That's just not cool. Nevertheless, 2819 Shaughnessy, Port Coquitlam, Cannabis Culture. Doing it. This is the Sour Diesel. And I don't know. We've had a Sour Diesel on the show before. Some kind called Sour D. It's an invigorating sativa-dominant strain, they say, named after its pungent diesel-like aroma. This fast-acting strain, I can't talk about it today, but it's can smoke on it. Delivers energizing, dreamy, cerebral effects that have pushed Sour Diesel to its legendary status. And then it goes on to talk about some more shit that rambles on away. That's all garbage as well. But point is, we're smoking it. It's not bad. It's not quite, I think, what this next joint going to be, but not everything can come straight from the temple. This one came straight from 2819 Shaughnessy. Make sure you check them out.
Well, actually, allegedly, if you visit Canada Market, CANNADA.
You mean Canada Market?
Canadamarket.com.
Yes. You mean like this place you're talking about right here?
Hey, that's the place right there.
That is the place right there, wouldn't you know? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
If you visit there, you might be able to get Temple products all the time. Allegedly.
I've heard rumors about that.
I've heard some kind of rumors. I've never been able to confirm because I don't actually own a computer.
See, there you go. And if you've seen his
This
phone,
is-
his phone doesn't even have buttons on it.
No, we're gonna show you guys.
Like his phone doesn't have buttons.
Here, which camera?
Where this one, right here.
That's my phone.
Al doesn't have buttons on his phone.
So when you guys are texting me, like just bear with me because it's not the fucking easiest to answer
the
a text.
dude doesn't have an iPhone and shit.
I gotta use
that
something to
or
press
the multi-tool
buttons.
or the multi-tool
or the custom Action Bronson fuck you it's not a fork dabber
yeah,
to
it's
to
universal.
press the buttons. You know?
Shouts to Action Bronson.
Yeah, big time.
Appreciate you hooking that up, man. I mean, between your touring schedule and shit like that, to be able to do the metal work, you're by yourself.
A lot of people don't know he is
certified welder, ticketed welder.
He's a metallurgist and,
Yeah.
and a really
Good,
you know,
fabricator.
he's a good fucking
I
craftsman.
saw him on an episode of American Hot Rods one day. So make sure you check him out. And also, of course, those fine folks at the Temple of Calyx. I was looking at this one point, got dizzy, had to take a nap afterwards.
Oh yeah, that could get you dizzy.
In a minute. Well, actually, this is going to get me dizzy because I think...
That could get you dizzy too.
Man, dizzy, tizzy. You know what else? I think sometimes what helps is when you get dizzy, it's because you could like use some nourishment.
Really?
Yeah, I find that sometimes when you...
Sometimes we do forget to eat
Yeah.
as podheads.
Because like they've talked about, as he was just mentioning, there was the strain that they had, their euphoria, that made you not want to eat and just want to vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think there is a number of people out there who would find some appeal to that. So I wish that I knew how to get my hands on that, but oh my God, what is that, my friend? The hell?
That's some Bruce Banner number 3.
Can I put it in the bud cam?
Yeah, you can put it in the bud.
Yeah, I
Bud
can.
cam.
Yeah, I can. All right. No, I don't cam.
For sure.
I don't cam personally, but let's see what the bud cam has to say about it. Oh my Lord. Jesus Creases. Oh.
A little bit of weed.
Let's just a little bit of some tweeds over there. Yeah, I ain't nothing.
Just a bit of weed.
Yeah, no, I ain't
Some
nothing.
pot.
Just
Pot.
a little bit of Juana's there.
Let's roll a joint, man.
You know you Juana. I'm rolling a joint right now.
Well, that was what I was gonna roll a joint from.
All right. Well, here, this is this weed. Now, hang on. I'm going to replace it. Now, what is from this pile here that I'm now going to switch into the other?
That's that's like some 6-month bin cured harmony.
Yeah. Okay, I almost want to save this
So
one.
that's been literally sitting on the stalk, untrimmed, in a bin in cold storage for 6 months. And every now and then I go and pull a few branches out, trim it up, and fill the jar.
Well, that's what that is, and that is brought to you by Class in Session 666 to some degree, or brought to me anyway, not to you, to me anyway today. Lord have mercy. Okay, well, I'm going to put this Harmony joint here, I'm going to put a filter in that, and then I'm going to roll some Bruce Banner here up because, you know, my hands are getting, you want to get started? Okay, you
I'm
roll
gonna roll
that.
some Bruce Banner too.
See, it's nice to have someone else who can roll a joint in the show. I just default to having to roll all the joints all the time because, you know, I roll all the joints all the time.
Nothing wrong with that. You are the expert.
The expert, but I am admittedly okay. Sorry, this weed is beautiful, but on with the show. How about shouts to the temple? I am getting a little bit hungry.
Are you?
Yeah, I could go for a little snack. I don't know. How about you?
Take a little bud pick right here.
Yeah, you take a bud pick.
Thank you.
Instagram that. You do that. I'm putting the filter.
Instagram of hash.
Instagram that. Instahash. Hashtagram.
Instagram of hash. You know, that's one thing that we're seeing less and less of because of the shatter market is hashish.
You are absolutely right, my friend. You are not lying at all.
There's a few collectives like the West Coast Collective / East Coast Collective who are really slaying it in the hash game.
Well, East Coast has always done hash well. I mean, I do believe there was a gentleman by the name of, was it Rozelle? In the East is in the house. Well, that was definitely J-Roo, but there was a song as well, too. But yes, shouts to J-Roo the Jamager. When the East is in the house. I don't know, hang on. I got an idea. Man, I wish I could have had the mic on there.
So
Al
we just
wrote
came
new
up with
lyrics
lyrics for the song.
Bro, that's epic. I would turn it back on, but it makes an echo otherwise.
I'll sing it next week.
Next week we'll do it live.
Sing it live next week.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Okay, so I got the. Here we go. Okay, so this week, munchies, got the munchies. This one is a shouts to moms. What's up, mama? You inspired today's particular episode of this Munchies segment. Now everybody knows Munchies segment's all about just pulling a few items out of the fridge together or cupboard or something that you could very well likely have laying around and making something either surprisingly or already new but delicious. So this one comes from Mom's Recipes book. Since forever ago, she made these little cream cheese salsa little tortilla roll-up thingies. They're the most simple, plain, basic-y, whatever thing you could possibly make. And at first time I was like, I don't know, man, what the hell salsa and cream cheese and what this is gonna be whack. And they were really good. And then ever since then they've been around since like forever. And I don't know, now we're into the Christmas holidays and it's starting to do like, Mom's Christmas baking and starting to think about the little appies and things you put out and shit like that. This is very one of those little appy thingies. Now, you can spice this shit the fuck up if you want to too. You can put in chicken or tuna or any sort of meats or any veggies. Bram, bram, bram. Mashed tuna. Slap chop that boy. I tell you what. Yeah, they put some extra cheese in there. You can do anything you want. Make them fancies. But then they're like fancy or dealies. And that sort of munchies is simple. So this is like the 3 ingredients. Not that complicated. Boom. Tortilla wraps and salsa and cream cheese. And then you mix that shit up together in a little mix. When you stir it all up, it kind of ends up looking a little like this. Little pink kind of, the camera's really lighting up on that. Some pinky kind of, yes, creamy salsa-y looking stuff. And then you spread it out on a tortilla. And you roll it up. And you slice it up. And you serve it up. And sometimes you can serve it with like a little extra salsa or some shit if you want to as well too. But so yeah,
something to like raise the blood sugar, you know?
Yeah, just a little something to kind of help keep you going in the halfway sort of part for the show here. Gives me something to keep my hands busy and shit. We're smoking weed and doing all this. I don't know. You season it to taste. Put some salt and pepper and put a little hot sauce in them. Do it however you want to do. And these got a little extra pepper in there and a little splash of hot sauce because I know Al's a spicy character. So flames come actually out of his nose when he shifts into third gear.
It's true.
He has to shift with the window open.
It's true.
Car's tough.
It's crazy.
Well, I chop up some of the...
Hey, you dropped a joint.
Hey, drop a joint. Not the first time, won't be the last time. Luckily, I put a GPS tracker on them. Every single one. That's why people are like, why you put a filter in them all? Tracking device. Locator. Trust me, man, I'm trying to lose... Weed's expensive. Okay, so munchies. I'm literally going to take
Queso.
this and do it.
I said queso.
Queso. Quesadilla. Well, tortillas anyway.
So if I'm gonna come back next week to sing the song, maybe what we could do is, at the beginning of the show we have like a little contest. We choose a viewer. Maybe it's just random. We choose somebody in the chat, and we order you a pizza.
Oh.
and then while we're doing, while Craig's
doing
his,
food,
his
pizza
his
shows
munchie,
up at your house.
You get a pizza,
Bro, I would totally do that. That's a great idea. So on a future coming episode, maybe even next week,
Possibly next week.
We could look at the
order
logistics of that.
If you're in Canada, we'll order you a pizza.
Maybe I could order something even from online. If they'll take my credit card in the States.
Yeah, it's like...
We might have to start with Canadian only. We'll check this out. This has some merit to it. I know I can do it with my Domino's profile. I'll send you a barbecue chicken pizza right away. It's good too.
Domino's profile.
Yeah, man. Trust me, I don't have a Tinder profile, but I do have a Domino's profile. So
Domino's, if you don't know, took over MySpace.
Explains why I'm single.
Yeah. So he's been dating a pizza for 10 years.
4.5 anyway. Before that was a cannelloni, but
Nice.
She was lovely. So, see, it's fun having somebody here. That's why I didn't want to be all by myself with all these Skype interviews. Right, so naturally, I'm also good at rolling sleeping bags, cinnamon buns, and various other products. I like to cut these on a little slice, but see what you got to do is because the
you don't want to cut them long way.
No. And then the ends
lengthwise, it's just not a good idea.
No, and then the ends don't look as clean. So what you got to do is you just got to take
those are the chef's bite right there.
Yeah, you just got, well, maybe just a little more. Okay, so then they look good, right? Because you don't want other people to have to suffer and get the inferior product that's barely fit for consumption.
Yeah, that's the chef's bite right there. Yeah. That's like standard.
Product testing. Yeah. Anyway, you can use low-fat cream cheese. You can use the light cream cheese. It don't matter. What kind of spicy sauce? It don't matter. Just do you.
Reminds me of the scene on Forrest Gump where he's talking about shrimp.
You got your shrimp gumbo.
Shrimp.
You got your shrimp cocktail. You got your fried shrimp. You got your deep fried shrimp. You got your sauteed shrimps. Yeah, I kind of familiar with it. So make up some of these.
Check out expertjoints.com or .ca?
Expertjoints.com.
.com for a full list of different things you could add to your cream cheese.
Right.
Different types of cream cheese, brands of cream cheese you could use.
Now, of course, as well too, you could use you could infuse this if you wanted to. Yeah. If you had like a little olive oil or some sort of shit like that, had like a little wheat butter, you could just wrap that in there. You could sprinkle some shits in there, all kind of goodness. Go ahead.
You could even like
put some weed right in the. I'm gonna roll the next one up with some weed right in it.
You could just little finish your salsa right there.
It's like parsley. It's garnish. It's the wig garnish. And ladies and gentlemen,
little haze salsa.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's a little hot that.
Careful now. Watch it. Luckily, he likes tattoos. There you go. Ta-da. Al, I don't want to put you on the spot. Maybe you don't have any. I hope you don't have any food allergies. Yeah, but
I'm allergic to salsa and cream cheese.
Perfect. Well, just gonna take one for the team.
But weed will save my life. What's happening?
And we just had somebody with an EpiPen show up in the house too.
I'm gonna take the risk.
Take one for the team.
Take one for the
Sounds
team.
good.
Right here.
I'm feeling good.
That goes really good with the haze.
Right? Surprisingly well. That's a good combination. That's the way to do it, man. I like it with the little garnish in there. Oh man.
I mean, it's not quite up to Chef Kai's standards over in Toronto, doing the plant frequencies dinners, but it's pretty good.
Considering, we're just making this up as we go. Something if you need a little snack watching the show, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Help yourself. I got more.
Take some.
But
go ahead.
I got more buttons to press for a second. I think it's time to get on with the show. So this is good. This is Munchies. That's this segment. No, this is the new segment. Check this. Hey, so you see the Skype on, you heard the lyric, or heard the jingle. That means I gotta do one of these. Click this for a minute. Click it, click it, click it. See when Timmy shows up. That's right. It's the Saltwater Cowboy. So, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, let's hope it works well today. Tim McBride in the house. What's going on, brother?
Here we are, man. Back again.
Once more time.
Very cool.
I like your hat. Tim, you guys haven't actually met on screen yet. Al the Alchemist.
How you doing, Tim?
Tim McBride.
It's an honor.
Yeah. Cool to meet you, dude.
You as well. It's an honor.
So,
Yeah, man. Hey.
earlier we were having some testing issues and we were thinking it went pretty good, but hopefully I've got them all sorted at this point. Bear with us, folks, but Tim still lives in the swamp. Roots run
To
deep.
the Everglades, man. Reception is kind of shitty out here.
Back for the third session, in Saltwater Sessions. It is time for Tim's Tales with the original cowboy himself. Man, how was Thanksgiving, brother?
Not bad, man. Real quiet.
Yeah?
Me and the kids hanging out.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. We
No.
already had our Thanksgiving last month, so we do it different. But I'm glad still family, good times. You did all your traveling and did a whole reunion a couple weeks before or something, didn't you? Anyway, for somebody's birthday, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, absolutely. It was my grandma's 100th birthday, man. Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. She's as lucid as you or I, man. You know, and we sit in the back, kind of cut on everybody in the room and shit. You know, she has, or I have rather her sense of humor, so it's very cool.
Man, that is really cool. Well, shouts to Grandma, man. That's
Yeah,
intense.
I should have grandma's longevity gene.
You know what I mean? 117, the oldest woman in the world, turned the other day. They think might be the last surviving person from the 19th century, or 20th century, 19th century. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oh.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I was digging the dude that was on before, the medicine man. You know, kind of made me feel like the dude that carved the fucking wheel. You know what I mean?
Right? It's crazy, bro, the way this shit's changed.
The science, man. There was no science back in the day.
No, man, there was no science to it. You know, and you look at them out there, man. You're a good guy, man. I can't wait to see his shop. Business is booming. They're doing it out in the open, like right on the stock exchange and shit. Money's everywhere out in Colorado, right?
That's cool, man.
It's $1 billion industry. I guess.
You guys are baking the diesel.
Yeah.
And we got a nice little diesel going.
Nice, man.
A little string of crumble in there. They call it 9-pound hammer. So why not?
Right? I'll take some of that.
9-pound hammer. That's Jinx-proof genetics, no? From TGA.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Weed Alpedia, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you.
Shout out to Jinx.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Last time we talked, Florida was going to come up for the vote for medical cannabis, dude. It happened.
Yeah, we had talked. I
Very
think
cool.
we talked just right in and around there. That was very cool, man.
Yeah. We needed 60% of the vote for it to happen. Within 2 hours of the poll opening it up was at 79. Fuck them.
I love it. I think it's cool, man. We see in the progress of it. We look at them out in Colorado. Money's growing on trees. I mean, just weed out of nowhere. Money, like, just too much to spend. We got too much to do. It's just, I mean, it reminds me of a story you were telling me earlier called Square Grouper. That looks at, money kind of out of nowhere falling from the sky. So, Timmy, tell us the tale of Square Groupers.
Yeah, free money. That was a term coined. There's still a lot of debate about, you know, who coined that term because it became a wild thing there after a while. But I was right on the front line of the shit. It refers to bales falling off of boats and shit and washing up on the beaches down here in Florida. And we just had a code word for it. We called them square grouper because during this, a lot of potholing happened during the grouper season when we were catching grouper. So there was an occasion a lot of times. Well, one time in particular, we're running out to our trap line and I'm in the bunk sleeping and the captain's kicking the fucking bunk going, "Wake up, boys, there's bales out there." So we jump out of the boat, put on my boots and look out and the sun's just coming up, man. As far as you could see over the horizon was just bales floating, man. And the sun was coming up. It was a beautiful sight. There was thousands of these fucking things, man. And we must have just got there. Somebody got spooked and threw their shit overboard or some shit, So we started picking these fuckers up. and we could only get so many of them, you know. So we're driving through them, we're plowing through them, we're picking out the ones that are floating highest in the water, you know. And the captain's on the radio calling his son in town saying, "Get your ass out here, you know, there's a square grouper." And the minute square grouper went over the radio, everybody in town's in their boat hauling ass, you know, coming after free money. So we rescued around 45 of those fucking things, and I think at that time they were worth about 20 grand each. So we split just around 900,000 between four of us for about 4 hours work.
That's incredible.
Not bad.
Bro,
Fucking amazing.
if that's how I went fishing all the time, I would be out there with a rod and reel every day, son.
You know, it was crazy because, you know, I had the opportunity. I saw this firsthand. You know, I alluded to this one fact in my book where we went off to unload this freighter, and this fucking thing was like, I mean, they had to have like 60 guys on this thing, and they're going down one hatch, and they're coming out another hatch, and each of them have got a bale on their shoulder, and there's like throwing it over the side of their boat down onto our boat that's like 16 feet down here, man. And these fuckers are hitting us like bombs. And they're throwing them. So we're trying to keep count. So we're supposed to get somewhere around 60,000 pounds between two boats. Wow. So we're trying to keep count. So we're figuring that we're going to take on about 400 bales or 400 pieces on each boat, right? So we're trying to half-ass count. And we get to about 400, we think, and I yell up to the fucking captain. He's way up there leaning on the rail, peeling a fucking orange. And how many more? And he's like, 50 more. It's like, these things are keep coming and coming and coming and coming. 50 more come on, another 50 more. And we yell up, how many fucking more are these things? 50 more, he goes. And we're like, the hell with this shit. So both the captains, we decided to get out of there because we literally had to take life jackets, cut the life jackets open and plug the scuppers. I don't know if you understand on boats, the scuppers on the deck are what allows the water that splashes onto the deck to run off the back of the boat. So we're stuffing these fucking things with cut up life preservers to keep them from sinking us, man, because this shit was coming. We had to literally pull away from them. Wow. And as far as we could watch them, as far as the horizon we could see, about 10 miles on the water, they were still throwing this shit overboard because there was nobody there to take it. So they must have threw 20 or 30,000 pounds in the water while we were gone.
Square grouper.
Square grouper.
That's right. Square grouper, man. A fucking town went nuts. So the next day, this gets better, man. I mean, there was one instance where the shit was coming in in the earlier days, and we talked about bales, you know, one other time, how we should get them real shitty, loosely packed, you know.
Yeah, and then you made them do it with trash compactors.
Yeah, these chicken shit fuckers would, you know, they think somebody's chasing them and they throw their load. Well, those kind of bales didn't last long in the water, so they come apart pretty easy unless you get to them fast enough. So me and two of my buddies go out in their skiff, and we're loading this shit onto the boat, man. And we go back to this double-wide trailer, and we got every room in the house like knee-deep full of shit, full of weed in this house, turning it over and trying to get it dry. So we decided to go back out and see who else is out there fucking around, man. So we drive out. We see two kids. I say these are like 17, 18-year-old kids. They're out on one of the outer islands called Rabbit Key. And they're standing on the beach, waving at us like this, yelling, "Hey, where is this shit? Where is this shit?" And we couldn't quite hear them and figure out what the fuck are they talking about. So we get a little closer, and they're yelling, "Where is this shit?" I'm saying, "You stupid, look down at your feet, you dumbasses. The shit's all over the beach." It came up on high tide. The tide came out. They got this whole windrow of bot down the beach, and the fuckers are standing right in it.
So then how do you dry bales after bales after bales of this salty fucking weed then? What do you do, Timmy?
What we wound up doing was we lucked out in a matter of speaking, because out of the, God, I don't know how many thousand pounds we had, a couple thousand, about 400 pounds of it was wet. So we wound up taking the guy that came out that got the bales from us, went and took them and stashed them out in the mangrove woods out just south of where the island was. So we went in town and bought a roll of screen that you screen your porch and shit with. Yeah. We had this shit strung through the mangroves and through the forest and shit with all this pot laying out there drying on it, man. So we go out every night. It took us 3 nights to dry it. We go out there and we took 50-gallon drums of fresh water just to give it a rinse, you know.
Yeah. Wash the salt
it still
off
held a lot of its potency, but, you know, it's seaweed. It still had a value.
Yeah.
So, it took us 3 days to dry that shit out. And There's a story in the book about that one. I'll let it go there, man. But that
you mean
wasn't an easy thing to do. But hell, it was quick money, man. Free money.
That's hilarious, man. I mean, no, it doesn't just grow on trees; it's just literally floating, just waiting to be picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man.
I love it. Well, more of these articles and more of these tales from the saltwater cowboy himself can be found in the Rise and Fall of a Marijuana Empire, Saltwater Cowboy by Tim McBride, the one and only man here, the myth here, the legend who's right here every couple of weeks. The only thing we need is you in one of those seats over there, brother. I got one up with your name on it.
I'd love to be there. Love to be there.
Well, you
And
have...
like we talked earlier, we're working on it, man.
Hell yeah. Anytime, man. We can't wait to get up here. In the meantime, get yourself down to Barnes & Noble. Get yourself on Amazon. Get yourself a copy of Saltwater Cowboy. Anything else we need to know, Timothy? Did I miss anything?
No, man. You guys are doing a great job. I'm digging your new partner there, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Al,
Very cool.
Al is the man. We're quite happy I kicked
Thanks,
him
brother.
this morning, man. It was lucky. He was...
I was just sleeping under the table from yesterday's show,
Right?
and
And then...
yeah, it was like, hey, we're doing a show.
I figured I should because I thought if I woke him up during the show, he might start chewing on my foot. And really, I just got
Yeah, well, just stay tuned. Keep up with me on Instagram at Original Saltwater Cowboy and Pot Holler Tim on Twitter.
That's right.
And a lot of cool stuff coming up here at the beginning of the year, man. I'm making deals, getting into some TV shit, man.
Nice.
So yeah, a lot of stuff coming. Cool
Bro,
stuff.
I can't wait to hear more about it. We'll see you back in a couple of weeks for Saltwater Session number 4, Holmes.
Absolutely, brother. Hopefully I'll be sitting right there next to you, dude, this time.
Oh, dude, fingers crossed, man. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yes, Pot Holler Tim on Instagram, Original Saltwater Cowboy. Pot Holler Tim on Twitter, Original Saltwater Cowboy on Instagram. The one and only,
There it is.
the real Tim McBride, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
See-
Man, the quality of the entertainment today is off the chains.
Legit.
We got the biggest fucking shop in Denver. That's pretty boss. We've got a dude who hauled 30 million pounds of weed.
Pioneer. I guarantee at a 30 million pounds, I probably smoked a few of those grams when I was a kid.
Oh, in all
We
likelihood.
smoked a lot of weed that came up from Central and South America, or Central America and Mexico, into Manitoba because it was the center of Canada, and the Mennonites had this thing going, and it was like
It was the Mennonite thing.
oh yeah, there's documentaries done on them, all kinds of stuff. They just had this thing going, and it was all the brickweed.
That's why they're so. That's why they're so quiet.
Yeah, it was it was crazy.
Man, that was dope. I love it. This has been a great show. Nice little snack there. I got another joint coming together. So now I'm finally rolling up the Bruce banner. We just smoked that Harmony. It's just.
It's good weed, eh?
I sure would like some for Christmas.
That's
Santa Crons.
in stereo.
I think Kush Kringle next year. So,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a Kush Kringle.
it just kind of writes itself sometimes.
Rudolph the Red-Eyed Reindeer.
Red-eyed reindeer.
Yeah.
I think Dana wrote a book about that, didn't he?
Might be.
Might be. Sounds like a book that Dana would write. Or
Sounds
have
like
coming
if
soon.
he hasn't, he
it's
really
coming
should.
soon. Just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Check out Dana Larson at Dana Larson on the social medias. Also, maybe at some point, then you can come back and you can maybe give away a couple on the show or something at some point. That would be.
Yeah, I'm down.
People like to do that. I don't want to put you on the spot and shit like that. I hate to kind of
No,
harass.
I'm always when I do runs, I print up roughly 100 for sale and 25 to 50 for giveaways.
Nice. All right. Well, you get a run at some point. You bring it back. If you got one around, we're all month long in December. So this show and the next three before Christmas, giving away stuff.
Well, what a coincidence, because all month long, I'm doing $20 a shirt and some freebies on some shows on Pot TV.
Hey, there you go. That sounds good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I got this little segment. It's called Puff Puff Pass It Along. If you haven't seen it, it kind of goes. haven't had one of those yet. No. I haven't. This is.
We won't kill you though.
Okay. Yeah. No. Give me one of. I got work to do over here. I can't be
we
coughing
won't kill
through
you.
the
We
whole
won't kill you.
thing.
We got to make the show pleasant.
Puff Puff Pass It Along, we always give away items that we've been given. We just sort of, some people say, hey, take a whole bunch of products. And you say, hey, that's great. And you keep, one for the trophy collection and one to wear. And then give the rest of it away. Because, fuck it, why not? To people sometimes in the lounge, sometimes it's to people in the chat rooms, sometimes it's to people who do the Instagrammings. It's kind of cool. People tend to like it. It seems to be a reasonably popular segment. I think it's okay. I enjoy it. I hope you guys do. My post office wonders what I should. I just that's stuff from eBay. It's T-shirts, stickers,
Old rock shirts.
Okay. I sent a box of papers to somebody. What they ask what's in the box? I say papers.
Hall and Oates demo tapes.
Yeah, right. It's just like one of these days, man, I will get signed. I promise you. This week, though, however, we're giving away stuff from 12 High Chicks.
Ready?
From smoking and from weed maps. So,
And you're up.
And I'm gonna do first. Dad first. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh no.
I tried going easy.
Oh no. It was smooth.
I have some flowers that'll open it right up.
Okay. Some water. Dude. Well, we continue with the show.
So, Puff Puff Pass. This week, some stuff from 12 High Chicks.
Yep.
Some rolling papers. Some Smoking Masters. Some gear from Weed Maps. There's lots of stuff going on. I can't really read all of that.
Well, because you know why? It's because the 12 High Chicks thing is.
No, it's because I'm stoned and some shit is really blurry. Actually,
honestly, yeah, it is a little. I thought that was just me from that fucking dab.
no,
What
it's
did
just
you give
blurry.
me? What in the blue hell was that? Good God. That's gonna fucking leave a bruise, man.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. You can quote me on that. Al the Alchemist. That's gonna leave a bruise, man.
All
That's the
I'll
only
take
way you
one.
can pitch your shit, man. The fuck? I thought I was smoking Bruce Banner, but Holy shitballs. Okay, on with the show. Fuck, but duck. Right. So, we got a magazine to give away from the 12 High Chicks. You saw Mick Mann here a few weeks ago talking about the Mom Cop. Next week I'm going to give away some passes, but this week I'm going to start with a magazine. Smoking, yes, I got a Smoking Master t-shirt and a whole box of king sizes, like I smoke. Just like me, those are my personal collection.
Smoking Master papers.
These are my personals right out of my use them every day. So there's a whole bunch of packs in there. That'll be cool.
All right.
And then yeah, torch away, you dirty bastard. And then he's gonna do it. And he's gonna be like, yeah, that was 3 times the size, and it's not bad. And I got to do multiple dabs to get worked into it, but Jesus.
No, I do like.
This
I
fucking
do like
guy.
crazy breathing exercises when I'm just sitting around at home.
On the dab cam, wait, on
I'll
the.
take like 1 minute breath and
Oh,
90
here we
second
go.
breath and stuff like that.
Here we go, making this happen right now. This is totally happening right now. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. Wait, you gotta let that cool for a second anyway. The fully loaded Al tool on the tool cam.
Nice.
I like its
All
hair.
right. We need that in now.
There you go. Pow! Then there it goes, cam. To this cam, boom. See, from one to another. That's some high quality production right over here. I think I should step that. I think I should step that up pretty soon too. Okay, so let's give away some shit. Simple. I'm gonna do this real quick and really easy. Except for So, someone on YouTube. Someone on YouTube. You gotta take a screen grab or a picture with your phone or something that you can post on the Instagrams right now with me and Al doing one of these. Okay, so you gotta post that image on the Instagrams right now, and you have to hashtag 12 High Chicks, hashtag Puff Puff Pass It Along, and hashtag what was the other one? Oh yeah, Expert Joints Live. So you hashtag those three, and the first person to get it in, who gets that in that screen grab with us doing that from the YouTube to show you're watching on the YouTube or whatever. Yeah, that's blah. You gonna win this. I'm gonna mail this to you. So then you're gonna send me that somehow through the Instagrams, or I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna search for that shit. I'm gonna find you, and then you could tag me in it or some shit. Yeah. So the first person to do that wins this. Right? There you go. So, thanks very much. Check out 12 High Chicks. Wait, where's the, there it is. I should be over here now. That's the one. I got so ahead of myself. Make sure you take that, yes. No. Brilliant, I love it. You can use that photo as well, too.
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay, and then, so you get that. And then next up, for somebody on the Facebook. Those watching in the Facebook. We can tell because you'll have a different sort of screen grabby looking kind of thingy doing whatever. Those watching on the Facebook, you get the official Smoking Master t-shirt. Ooh. And the box of rolling papers, the king sizes. Ooh, just like I use. Ooh. It's a sexy looking pair right there, if I didn't say so myself. You get one of these. So yeah, same deal. But except this time you got a hashtag smoking paper, Expert Joints Live, Puff Puff Pass It Along. And the first person who gets that up that I can find after the show, and I get all that sort of stuff, yes, you get these then. I was going to do skill testing. I was going to do a few different things. There's all sorts of different ways, but this is just the... And then, these, because they're much pain in the ass to mail, I got a bunch of hats from Weed Maps.
Yeah.
Because Weed Maps likes giving away hats.
Weed Maps is dope.
Weed Maps, they do it. They're putting it into it. We got Cannabis Culture is all coming together, being listed on their stores.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They do it. They're putting it out there. We'll see more things from them soon. So shouts to Weed Maps, shouts to Smoke, shouts to 12 High Chicks. I'm going to let you freestyle for a second since you're here and you know how to host a show. I'm going to hand out some of these to some people.
What? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. This is crazy. You know, I think we're Jack and Craig's show here.
Yeah, just for a second. I'll be back.
What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do with Craig's show? Let's sorry, J-Mac. I got a responsibility here, J-Mac. They can't even hear you right now. I'm just going to sit here and cough, maybe? Nah, that's not interesting to you guys. So, I really don't know. He put me on the spot. Maybe we could have Courtney come on and talk about her rings that she makes. She makes fantastic jewelry. Holy shit, Craig's back.
So
that was like some banter, some useless banter that was about to lead into a pretty dope segment.
The new segment that Al's got called I Just Jacked Your Show.
Yeah.
Gave all that shit away, right? No problem. Everyone was happy to get it. So, thanks for holding it down for a minute. I'm sure everything he said about me was a total lie.
No!
Yeah, that's why it's great to have a co-host sometimes. I'm going to have to do more of these occasional sit-ins for now. But thanks to 12 High Chicks, Smoking, and Weed Maps for giving me some stuff to Puff Puff Pass Along. I'm going to do it again next week. So anybody who wants to get in on that, if you got a can of business and you
Wow.
smoke some of this, it'll open you up.
I know what you were going through.
Right? The struggle is real, bro.
I can relate.
The struggle is real.
I really can relate.
Whew, tough times all over. You make sure you come on down, check it out. Contribute, give us something, holler at me, say, yeah, I want to do that, and we'll give some stuff away on the show. And
I want to do that.
You want to, yeah. You want to give away some stuff on the
Yeah,
do
I want to give away some stuff on your show.
Do you want to do that right now, or do you want to do that next week?
I didn't bring any stuff.
Okay, so next week.
But yeah, next week we'll give away.
Do you want to give?
We'll give away four Temple T-shirts.
4 Temple T-shirts.
One of each print. I've got.
Killer.
Yeah, 3 prints and 1 print available in 2 colors.
Well, thank you very much, man. That's dope. I think I'm also going to give away a general admission ticket to the Mom Cup from 12 High Chicks as well too. So we're going to start rolling out a few of those things. So there's 2 things down. So if anybody else wants to get on next week, come on, we'll just give away some stuff. I'll give you some shameless promotion. It's kind of what I do, right? So make sure you go ahead and visit 12highchicks.com. Make sure you go and visit smokingpaper.com, and make sure you check out weedmaps.com, as well as 12 High Chicks Mag, Smoking Paper, and Weed Maps, all on the Instagrams. And of course...
Did you say expertjoints.com?
Well, I get to that eventually at the end of the show.
expertjoints.com.
But while we're throwing it down, Class in Session 666, Temple of Calyx, all on the Instagrams, as well to Al the Alchemist on
we're
Facebook.
locked out of the Temple of Calyx
I know, but it's
page.
still pretty to look at.
Yeah, I
just
guess
like
there's
you.
still some cool stuff on there.
Sometimes you get a little locked up, but we still like to look at you because
Yeah.
you're so fancy. Right, get in on it. I mean, 'tis the season and all, so share and share alike. Get involved. Here, I'm gonna puff pass this gorgeous fucking Bruce Banner back to you.
Hey, what's
It's such good weed. Fuck me, it's crazy. Sorry,
what's the show? What's your closest show to Christmas?
It'll be the 22nd. Is 3 days before.
22nd?
Yeah, it's the Thursday before. Christmas is on a Sunday this year.
Think about something for that.
Ho ho ho! Santa did my show last year. Santa showed up for my show last year.
That's awesome.
By the end of it, his fucking beard smelled crazy like weed.
I bet it
I
did.
told him next year you might want to trim that a little bit before the start of the show. We've been smoking crazy. We were supposed to be smoking more weed from Cannabis Culture. So while I'm doing it, I may as well just, I'm so fucking gunned. And that Temple shit is just so good. I mean, they have really good weed at Cannabis Culture 2819 Shaughnessy, which you can check out, Port Coquitlam, if you're out there, in store and online, of course, Facebook as Cannabis Culture Poco. You won't be disappointed. But I have said it time
good weed.
and time again to people. Stopped wanting to hear it. As much as I hate to stroke this dude's ego because he's sitting right next to me and I'm scared of what could happen.
I murdered my ego so hard.
He was murdering his ego in the shower 5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
I've
been humbled and humiliated on purpose.
The dude the collective has just been the #1 best fucking group. I mean, some other places have sent some fantastic weed, and I've had a couple that have shut
There's
the
a
show
lot of
down.
really good collectives out.
Lindsay shut my show down. The MMJ guys, everything they came with was nice. I mean, there's been some really, really good weed. But fuck, man, the overall, hands down, best weed that's been here as a group, as a whole, consistently, anytime that ever comes through, comes from what this dude hands me from the Temple of Calyx. I can't say enough. Some of the finest weed I've ever smoked in my life.
There's a lot of like-minded growers in the collective, and everybody's looking to kind of advance a different ideology, I guess.
Man, you just tell them to advance themselves right over here, and we'll talk all about it. They bring a few things through, and we'll put it in the bud cam, and you know how we do. I love it, man. You come back anytime, man. This is a great treat for me, man. I've always liked the Wednesday show.
It's so fun, man. That's
you guys kill it every week.
It's my favorite day of the week, really.
A lot of people ask me about
From
Pot
Under
TV
the Seed Desk.
Yeah, right. The best, in my opinion, it's my favorite show. It's my favorite show on Pot TV.
It's fun.
Seed Desk, man. You all three kill it. Greg might be the best straight man ever. Could be hard to say.
He's a great host.
He's a great host, man.
Good motherfucker.
Yeah, right. That's a
Solid
dude.
human.
Solid dude. Also, Andy Williams, long lost, who was right here the whole time, cousin. They hang out from the Seed Desk. That's why the connection goes deep. They talk about his brother Peter, but it's cousin Greg.
Cousin Greg.
Where they got the seed from.
Cousin Greg in the shadows there, man.
It's what's been just
Yeah.
dancing the strings the whole
People
time,
don't know about Cousin Greg.
Cousin Greg holding it down. Right now, I guess I got to roll up some more weed. The Love Potion. Love Potion, an award-winning. Well, we'll see what they say. An award-winning strain of international recognition It's noted for its gourmet qualities in flavor, aroma, and of course a playful buzz. Hang on, I like this one coming over here. Some tokers find that Love Potion really does live up to its name and inspires amorous thoughts and warm, tingly feelings. Some say this is the Cupid of all strains. Blech. These things are fucking hilarious, man.
Bring it on.
All right, anyway, this is what it's going to look like. At least look like this. We see what... Oh. Well, it's green anyway. There you go. That's what it is in the bud. Can't turn the light up a little bit brown, a little dark. There you go. There you go. It is brought to you by Cannabis Culture. 2819 Shaughnessy Street. Go check them out. The police were there last week in store, and now this is the weed from the store that we got this week. So go get some. We appreciate it if you do. He appreciates it if you get them from there. I just appreciate weed in general.
I don't. To me,
weed
it doesn't matter where you get your weed as long as you're having fun with what you have, and whatever you're being provided is a clean and honest product.
That's fair, man. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Whatever
Really
floats your
doesn't
boat. You know, in the news, been a lot of news this week. All sorts of different things.
Really, eh?
Yeah, I got a
I
segment.
heard that stuff happens like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I got eight segments that I talk about from the last week. So it's really there's about 4 minutes of news in the week that matters, and we're about to find out what it is right now.
All right.
No, Mork and Mindy would have been good, though. I had to start it from the beginning, because I started halfway through for some reason. I don't know. I clicked the damn thing. Anyway, what's up? So in the news this week, we got the news slideshow. Hey, that's my face. Usually it goes here, but Al's there.
That's all right.
So, no, I'm going to do... You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put it down here.
I don't mind having weed face.
We're going to shift on the fly. In the news... Oh, see, I always get distracted. I mean, he's distracting. What are you going to do with the star power? Sitting next to you.
I'm just sitting
It is in the news here. We've got the Israeli drug. Israeli drug company to distribute the world's first selective dose cannabis inhaler. Teva struck a deal with a Tel Aviv-based startup to give patients an exclusive marijuana inhaler, which will allow us to control the amount of drug they consume. One of the largest companies signed an agreement to distribute and use cannabis technology. The pocket-sized device can be loaded with selective dose cartridges, allowing the patients to use an optimal dose of the drug. They said it provides individual treatment, as the amount can be remote controlled by doctors, and the inhaler's automatic dose features. At the same time, it's optimized the dose and said to minimize the psychoactive effects, and then they talk about a whole more other different stuff. But anyway, weed inhaler now. You got a weed puffer now, so that's coming. Apparently. Or that's here, apparently.
Interesting.
Cannabis to be tested in kids with severe epilepsy. Now, we've seen this.
Good thing.
Yeah, right, we've seen this going on, and people have been doing it on some anecdotal, if you will, because, you know, if they don't have clinical trials, then it doesn't count. You know how it goes. There has been no officially rigorous study that's looked at the compounds found in pot to reduce seizures, where... researchers at Toronto Hospital for Sick Children are proposed to begin a clinical trial using cannabis extracts to treat children with severe epilepsy whose seizures can't be controlled with existing medications. The trial is to believe the first in Canada to test an oral preparation that contains both CBD and THC that have been shown through lab and anecdotal reports to have anticonvulsive properties in children with treatment resistance to epilepsy. So they want to talk about CBDs and more things like that. But yes, the important thing is Toronto Hospital for Sick Children is actually going to do some research on it. So that is kind of cool. I mean, we'll see where they get their products from and what their research actually comes out. Because, you know, as you know on Greg's show, there'll be a study about it, and then there'll be a study about the study, and then we'll have to study that study.
We'll have to study all of it.
All the studies.
Yeah.
And then we'll come to the conclusion that all the findings all cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And the only thing that matters is...
the results may suggest that the studies could be inconclusive in their nature.
That's why they say results may vary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So State medical program in Minnesota is, click the next button, click the button. State medical cannabis program to add PTSD as qualifying condition in Minnesota. Minnesota Health Commissioner announced the decision to add post-traumatic stress disorder as a new qualifying condition for the state's medical cannabis program.
That's a really good thing, too.
This decision was made after careful deliberation and available evidence, consultation with experts in the field, and public input. Wait a minute. No. Hang on. This decision was made after careful deliberation of available evidence, consultation with experts in the field, and public input. Look, I got a graphic and everything. I mean, there's like a logo down here.
They didn't call you, did
No,
they?
nobody ever fucking calls.
Wait a minute. They might have did this on a Thursday when you weren't actually in the field.
Oh,
You might have been
could have
here
been busy
doing
that
your
day.
show.
it could have been that day.
It's
Possible.
really quite possible.
Possible.
I'm just saying.
Anything happens.
Just don't count that out.
I question the validity of your experts until you consider my experts, because I know an expert or
I
two.
think there should be a further study on the subject.
I think we need a study. Let's get a
we
study,
need a study on the experts
on the qualifications
and the
of
validity
expertise.
thereof.
Yes, the validity of expertise. Mm-hmm. An expert inquiry. We'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Also from here, Zamira Zawanas. Montel Williams, we've talked about him and partnering with a few different things along the way to help with the cannabises. He did one in Colorado before. Kind of cool, because, Montel Williams...
Well, he was really one of the first celebrities that, like, mainstream celebrities that really broke out and kind of started advocating.
Well, for those who don't know, Montel Williams has MS, and he's used it to treat his condition for publicly, at least anyway, 2 decades or pretty much the whole time,
years, yeah.
right?
And
So
he was one of the first in the
celebrity community to really come out and talk about it openly and try and back to do what he can do. So Montel Williams announced his partnership with a California medical marijuana research and manufacturing company. Partnership between Montel and BAS Research, the first licensed medical marijuana manufacturing and research lab partnership, was announced earlier this month. The partnership hopes to pave the way for medical-grade cannabis products. The partnership aims to create a new product providing doctors with a wider range of high-quality medical cannabis options for patients that could benefit from cannabis treatments. The product will be distributed through California collectives. And then he goes on to talk about some of the labs and stuff. And they say, as the country trends towards greater acceptance of recreational use, I started Lenitive Labs, his company, that he runs much of this research and foundations and organization of the cannabis businesses throughout some various states, because it's critical that we continue to meet the unique medical needs of cannabis patients. So partnership with BMF, XY, PDD, XYZ, PDQ, was a natural one for us, which one he's excited about. So they're working on some stuff. So Montel into California. At least he's not just doing it for the celebrities bucking for a check.
No, he's doing it. Like, it's something he believes in. It's something he thinks people should have access to, have the rights to, and yeah,
he's not wrong, really. He's kind of like the dude. I liked it so much I bought the company, the hair club for men, dude.
There you go.
I'm not only a client, I bought the company. Hunter oh yeah, you guys talked about this yesterday's show, and of course now my
Hunter's
show's
Weed?
Yeah, Hunter's Weed.
Yeah.
Gonzo Ganja, Hunter S. Thompson, his widow, is set to clone his cannabis. So she's got the seeds, the genetics locked away somewhere. She's still got some moms going. She's got them somewhere, and she's going to release it. Yeah, so as Greg said on the show yesterday, it's kind of why I brought this up here. I wonder, do you think that she has some jars of seeds that he has somewhere? Moms this
I don't know,
many years later, what could they be from?
I think Hunter was all over the place, and he met some really fucking amazing people. So
Right?
who the hell knows what was in his personal collection? Like, you got to think it's got to be something. He was a
Could
drug
be, man.
aficionado.
There could be
Like,
people just hand.
It wasn't just like, he was like a connoisseur of everything
Yeah.
psychoactive.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine.
Well,
I'm not having some of the best weed around.
I've been out front of the store downstairs at 307 West Hastings, where you can check out anything you need at Cannabis Culture. Also, the back of the Vancouver Seed Desk is. Well, there was a time we were standing in front, and the dude just walks up and hands Greg some weed and just keeps on walking. So I can only imagine the amount of seeds and crazy shit and
That a guy like Hunter Thompson receives.
So if they were taken and they were preserved, theoretically they could work. I couldn't really see any moms or anything like that going on, but they may have kept some genetics going on. I would think that it might have some possibility to it, but it is interesting, and as Greg posed, depends on what era they came from. If it's some shit from 15 years ago, some of it might not be that crazy, but maybe he got them years ago, but they could be from a long time before. I mean, how long have they been stored?
Who knows?
Man, a lot of variables, but interesting. Definitely interesting, anyway. The Gonzo Kush, as they've been talking about. Now, here's another one. Oh, so my phone just dipped on the thing. Right, Master P. I'll just have to freestyle this one while I get the Bluetooth on. Master P. You know, make him say, right? No. It is, what am I doing? Where is
Master
Personal
P,
hotspot?
man.
Yeah, and I'm trying to multitask. He is now getting the game too. He's getting his own vape product and flowers and a sweet tea flavored vape oil he calls Master P's Trees.
Nice. Sweet tea flavored vape oil.
Right. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I have sort of mixed thoughts on it. I mean, we'll see if it turns into something or not, but everybody to each their own. I can't blame him for trying to get in onto it, because why not?
Sweet tea is awesome.
Sweet
I don't
tea
know
has
how
some...
it would be in a vape oil, but sweet tea is awesome.
Right? So that was really more what caught my eye first. And I was like, ooh, sweet tea vape oil? Can they do that? And then when I was like, and then there's Master P's doing it. Oh, okay. So I guess you got to do something somewhere. What do you mean my phone is not in range? You better shut the fuck up. It is so. Piece of shit. Time for an upgrade. Conservatives call for pro... Oh, yeah. Right, well, we can just bang out these last couple anyway. Fuck this thing. Conservatives call for a probe into marijuana stock surge. For some reason, in the last couple of weeks...
People are making too much money.
And the government's not getting enough of it, so we better have it. We better do a study.
They're like, what's going on? Yeah, we need a study.
We need a study.
How much money did the study cost?
Well, we'll have to study that too.
Yeah.
So don't
it's
you
going to be
worry.
a long-term study.
Don't worry, man. There'll be some long-term studies on the subject, man. I've still got to study this fucking love potion I forgot about. Son of a bitch.
What's up with the love potion?
I don't know. It's distracting me too much. I was just like... Apparently, we didn't hit it off.
No.
We didn't hit it off at first sight.
You guys got
You know what it was?
like an argument.
Fucking temple joint that was still going.
Don't blame it on that.
It's all the temple's fault on that one.
Blame it.
Don't blame the devil. It didn't do it. It didn't mean to. It's innocent. It swears. So in the last little while, there was a big run-up on a few pot stock companies that went from 0 to $1 billion real quick. And the government was like, wait a minute now. This is kind of like, hold on. Seems a bit fishy. Seems a bit out of characteristic. Why is this happening? Talks of potential insider trading and some folks who, I'm not saying there is, but talks of, that there may have been some shady backdoor shit going on that ran up some of these stocks to profit some individuals. And now they're looking at the
possible.
Well, you know,
Anything's possible.
All I can say is it fits a pattern.
It could just be that many people really wanted to invest in weed that fucking fast.
Yeah.
And it just blew up.
Yeah.
Could be that too.
It could be. It could be. Could be. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. There was an episode of South Park this one time that I saw as well too. It was kind of cool, where it was much like in the way of The Matrix being just an illusion. Earth was a reality show called Earth, run by essentially a TV network that had taken species from all the other planets in the universe and put them on Earth and filmed it and called it a reality show of how we all interact and get along with each other.
Great concept.
Right, same principle. I mean, it's just all a manifestation. Any possible reality outcome, just like the reality of the possibilities of the outcome, that there was totally legitimate investment here too. I mean, anything is feasible. We could also be the Matrix. We could be the universe, the galaxy on the cat's necklace as well too. I suppose there's a lot of different plausible theories, but I think they're gonna
Could also be
struggle.
like, you know, people just using their relatives and stuff to invest shit whacks of money.
I'm gonna go ahead and say there was more than a little bit of certainty. Something funny was going on back there, and they're probably gonna find something out about it.
Certain party members
There might have been some people who had their own interests in mind. Could be. I don't.
company.
I gotta say,
Could be.
I probably won't be particularly shocked if that turns out.
I won't lose any sleep over any of them.
Nuh-uh. Also, you don't have to lose any sleep because we were worried what the marijuana task force was going to say. But they can't tell us because they don't have the French version of it. They have to wait.
Yeah. They came out to say that they were going to come out to say something.
Yeah, so the announcement came out yesterday. They were expected to come out, that the team would come out and release the findings from their new legalization task force that they've been working on. They got the book. But they have it, and they've admitted that they have it, and then they now have the plan.
It's not in French yet.
No, but because it's not in French,
When that book is in French,
then they can release it and start to enforce it and tell you what's in the book.
kind of.
But until it's in French, we can't talk about it. So all we can do is tantalize the English version and then let you know that that's coming in a couple more weeks. Like, honestly, I got one question. Is that the best you can do? Like, seriously? That's... Okay, yeah, so we'll wait for the French version because that's going to make all the difference in
It'll
the
be like
world.
coming soon to a Gazette near you or something.
Shut the fuck up, these idiots.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll wait. And we shall see. Okay, next. Ah, yes, updates. Things that have gone on in the week. There have been some things that have gone on in the week. Cannabis culture, for example, we opened on, I think it was Monday, a new store in Toronto at 121 Montezuma Trail. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, it just sort of slid under the radar there all nicely. And then this afternoon, or I guess this morning, depending on where you live, they opened another one at 1205 Queen Street West. So Queen West now has two, 801 and 1205. So yes, just opening today as we speak right now. Queen Street West is open.
That's awesome.
Right, happening today, tonight, going on. They're probably just getting ready to have their little last rush close up for it, so go check them out. So 801 Queen West, 711 Queen East, 461 Church, 365 King. That's 6 locations. You go, but wait, what about 1165 Eglinton? Or 64 Eglinton? So there was a little issue with the landlord that's become a bigger issue with the landlord.
Ooh, that's no fun.
That is... it's no longer going to be an issue with the landlord because we're not going to be there anymore. So instead of 7, there's now 6. So that one shuts and 2 new open. See how you do that? Close 1, 2 open. So we
Sometimes you got to take a step back to take 3 steps forward.
In this
case,
1 step back,
2
steps forward. So there you go. So now we got Scarborough covered. Now we got Queen and Dufferin. If you're right down there, just down the block. If 801's too busy, just run down those 4 blocks. I know they're long as fuck in Toronto, but still, 4 blocks, run on down there, boogie-oogie.
I wonder when the lines will meet.
Well, probably at Marc's store at Church Street. Fuck, that place is busy, man. They do some crazy business in Toronto.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, man.
That's a great location.
A lot of fun, man, out there.
It's like it's got a full-on Amsterdam vibe. in the lounge itself, it really reminds me of Amsterdam.
The Toronto cannabis culture scene is really doing it out there. The 6 stores out there now. We got a couple out here. We've been talking about the aforementioned one on Shaughnessy and Port Coquitlam. We've got Beatty Street right up the block here that we know have had some licensing problems, but I think we might have found a workaround there.
Nice.
We've got the Davie Street location and where we are here. So we're now into the 10 locations across the country. It's coming along. It's pretty good. That's pretty rapid expansion for just a couple of months, and a bunch of people just lazy potheads who obviously have no level of ambition because
because that's how potheads are. They all suffer from lethargy and psychosis.
Yeah, and it would be crazy to think that there's still, so much more of Canada that would probably really like to have a cannabis culture dispensary of their own closer to home. So I'm pretty sure.
What's happening?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these folks in Toronto have appreciated thus far. We bringing the brand from Vancouver to the east. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. I think that it's a model that I think that should probably continue. I don't know, Al. How do you feel in the expansion of the brand here?
I think it should be in every city, every province. It should be like every place that people will accept it. Really.
So I tend to agree with you. I think that if there was more stores coming soon, it would be a good thing, probably. Hey.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna stay tuned.
If I were curious to know where new stores were opening up, where new ground was being broken, I would stay tuned to Pot TV and everything associated with cannabis culture.
We tend to kind of have a little between all of us. We sort of have a lot of ears in a lot of places, and we might be able to hear at some point that there could be more things coming too. You never know.
There's quite possibly some things coming.
There could be some stuff and some junk as well as.
Could be. There's lots of rumors, right? The world's full of rumors.
Well, stay tuned.
So stay tuned and look for the confirmation of those rumors.
Yeah, because you never know what they could be up to next around here.
Yeah.
And actually,
when will some more announcements be made? Do you have any of that information by chance?
I would say, man, any day now there could be
within the next 72 hours, within the next 96 hours.
I would definitely say within the next week.
Okay.
That there would be a lot of news stories that could really interest some other people. And some potential waves of ripples that we could start seeing coming in the next couple of weeks. I do have this one psychic who, say what you will, but she's on the way here, right? And I stop, and it's a long way to walk the 6 blocks to my house, so I gotta sit all the gear down, wait. I figure I go in there, we puff a joint on the way, and she tells the future. And she told me that the middle of the month seemed like a great time for everyone around me, and especially with my good friends and associates, and I have big ambitions and big dreams. I don't know. I could be. December 15th. Stay the fuck tuned.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so also, and legitimate time, no joke, the script flips to the next image that pops up on my screen is of a little lady named the Marijuana Mom. And we see that picture on the Twitter and on the Instagrams and things like that. Some of you, if I made it bigger, which I'll do, because then you might recognize. Don't make it bigger. Don't make it bigger. Too late. Make it bigger. See the face? See the logo? You recognize it? Yeah, it is. This one. Oh, no. Oh, it's true. It did. In the house, coming through. What do you know? Somebody else besides me and young Mr. Al over here, sitting down in
What's going
guest
on?
cam.
Hi, how are
Click
you?
this off. Turn that off. Where's the Skype one? Skype's no longer needed. Hey, look!
What's up, everybody?
It's Jen from Buddha.
Your traffic in Vancouver is crazy. I
It's
cannot wait to go back to
ridiculous.
the island.
I thought at one point you were maybe coming to the show, and then I was starting to get to they're not seeing maybe coming, and then I thought, well, that maybe it had been traffic. It had been traffic.
Heavy traffic.
Goddamn.
I needed that. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only marijuana mom herself, expert contributor now. We can add her to
We
the
can.
CEO, the big wigs, the shot callers over there, the Canagar extraordinaire roller, Miss Jennifer from Smiling Buddha Inc., marijuana mom. Hey, girlfriend, what's going on?
Not bad. I just came to drop by and say hi to you guys. Thought I'd break up the show a little bit.
You mean AKA break up the sausage fest a little bit?
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, but
you
it's
know
cool.
what I was thinking. So.
Move over to this one because that mic stands a little bit whack.
Woo! There we
There
go.
you go. Hi. So you came all the way over here from Victoria just to be like, you guys have way too much, just not testosterone
Way
in here.
too much testosterone in the building.
That's commitment to the show. I was wondering why I didn't see you in the chat.
I know. I was actually kind of feeling left out on Thursday, not sitting in the chat. Hi, everybody at home.
Buddha.
I'm not on the chat room today.
No. We were just, I was literally just about to say in the update segment here, which now I'm going to hang on. Then click over to this one here, go to there, click it, turn this back on. Where is she? There she is. Marijuana moms herself. Buddha, hi. You
Hi.
put together the article this week called Mama Knows.
Yes, I did.
Shouts to Jenny for the well put together article. You can follow her on Twitter at marijuana mom and at marijuana mom _ on Instagram.
On Instagram because my Instagram has finally gotten hit. So
What did they get you for?
I don't
You
know.
don't sell products on that shit.
no,
do
I
you?
don't sell products on that stuff, but there's a few things that have been going on
Closer to
between
the mic.
people,
Closer to the mic.
and I don't like companies that do stupid shit and sell products that are not what they're supposed to be selling to cancer patients. So I kind of outed them on my Instagram and made it a thing and told a bunch of people that this is what this company is doing, so don't buy products from them. So, you know, a bunch of people sit and report an account. Who knows? It happens.
Politics.
I'm going to start again. 3,000 followers back to 100, but
Hey, well, you know, we roll up our sleeves and we get
We
back to
do.
work.
Exactly. Cheers.
What's new and exciting? While we got you here,
Nothing.
hi.
I just thought I'd come say hi and say hi to you guys, break up the testosterone fest, and my article came out this week, so it was a perfect opportunity to come say hi and
Yeah.
promote it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thanks for writing that. I appreciate it. For those who weren't so familiar with it or haven't had a chance to read it, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. Get to reading it. It's something that all women and I feel like mothers should actually read.
So expertjoints.com is where you find it. You tell them what the article is about and why they should read it.
So basically, I'm a mom, so it's basically about like the beginning of my story. You know, having doctors give you a bunch of prescription pills, and I chose cannabis over that, and you know the effects that cannabis does not give you when you're pregnant, and just all the stereotypical things. I'm just kind of putting to rest with all the cannabis myths about being pregnant. So.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a great article. Really, very well put together. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's weird to have a joint being passed to me, which should be a Canagar being passed to me from you. It's
Yeah,
it's
no kidding.
odd.
No, I don't have any Canagars with me today. But no Canagars, not today. Maybe next week. Well, if I'm here next week, I don't know.
Well, next week, I don't know. You got plans next week? I kind of like having this co-host, Giggy. You wanna come over with some Canagars and you wanna give some away or something, and puff pass it along or anything, or
I think we could do that.
yeah?
We might be able to do that.
Hey, look at that then. Why don't we maybe make that happen? Okay, I'll have your people call my people
Your
to
people
call
call my
people.
people.
Yes, we'll do
Sounds
one
good.
of those now that we're all famous here on
Sounds
Pod
good to
TV.
me.
Everything good?
Everything's great.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
What's going on at Buddha?
Canagars, we have $20 of Canagars to do before the 15th of this month. So Canagars. That's pretty much all I'm doing.
So
Up
okay, see
until
you, bye.
3 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and you know, back to doing it again today. So, you know, lots and lots of stuff to do.
I mean, it's no secret. I work hard and I work a lot, but Sunshine over here fucking works a lot. You and Curtis do a lot between the two of you.
We're up hustling every day, but
Right.
it got to get done. So
Well, I mean, you know, that's the whole thing. Somebody's got to do it. It's one of those situations.
Exactly.
If you don't do it, and well, it will skip you for one then. if you don't do it and he
If
doesn't
we don't
do it,
some other company will. And we like making cannagars, and personally, I think we make them the best. So,
you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you do. Honestly,
those things are fire.
I've seen a lot of imitators, but those things are straight legitimate. Straight. There's a reason.
there's quite a few imitators out there. There's quite a few people who are trying. Stop adding so many leaves. It's not going to work.
Yeah, that's not what you need. That's not the fix.
It's not the fix. It's not going to make it perfect. Don't add leaves, and yeah, I'm not going to tell you much more.
I can tell you the rest. Just
There's one of the only tips you're gonna get.
yeah, that's the
Well,
only.
there might be a video coming out, a well put together video of the Canagar. Plus, we may be at the Mom Cup with a demo booth.
Woo!
Ooh. So you might kind of see how we do it.
Get some
sort of
tutorial.
idea. I'm not going to give all my
It
secrets.
could happen. You never know. Just like around here, with things we talk about things that you never know what could happen, and we say that maybe if you stay tuned and coming soon, and then sometimes a lot of it actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's a reason why we say stay tuned.
yeah. So stay tuned. Always good to check in with Buddha. Shouts, yeah, I'd love to have you guys back next week if you want to come smoke it up with some Cannagars. Always a pleasure to have.
I always like to be here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have. It's been good. We're just wondering about Al's. We're both kind of focused now on Al's bag of tricks. He's reaching for something. You never know what that guy could be. It could be a bag of weed. It could be a weapon. It could be another bag of weed.
Yeah. No, it's shirts.
And it's shirts.
It's a couple Christmas shirts
Christmas shirts like these.
for two super dope people.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like picture in picture with both shirts. She's got on that cam. I got on this cam. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, something to now you can put them in the stocking stuffers from Al the Alchemist.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna keep one for myself, anyways. I have to. I have your other one from the Karma Cup, and I've got a good collection of shirts at home.
Yeah. Right. It's starting to mount. I'm needing a slightly bigger box to put for my trophy case now. It's coming.
Yeah, I need some more trophies.
Right. Well, you keep entering a few more competitions that'll allow your products, and you'll just keep winning them. Like best new product you won at the bio, did you not?
Oh, you'll see lots of new stuff from us from Buddha. We got lots of stuff coming out, lots of strains. There'll be lots of cups coming up for us.
Nice.
Can't wait, man. You guys do proper work, man. There's a couple that I've seen that have come out of your camp that are pretty delicious.
And there's some like alleged rumors that they're available through Canada Market. Or something?
They are available through Canada Market. How did you hear that rumor?
I just heard a rumor.
You
about
heard this
that.
rumor? I heard the same thing.
I've heard these rumors, and
I heard that Temple was available on there.
I've heard that rumor. I haven't personally gone to verify
shit.
that, but if any of you guys want to, you might want to check out Canada Market.
I would try Canada Market, honestly. You might be able to find Cannagars, some Temple.
We're not sure.
Herbuley. You could find there's a lot of stuff on there.
I've heard, you know what?
I've
I
heard
heard
that.
something about Scarlet Witch on there as well.
Shut up. Really?
I'll shut up.
The
That's just
Scarlet
what I've heard.
Witch.
I don't want to. I don't want to just contribute.
And I
You know
heard
we
they,
should- you know we need?
wait. I heard they take credit cards. I can go online and buy weed with my credit card.
I don't want to contribute to all these rumors.
You know.
You guys might want to
American
just go
Express is gonna-
check and verify for yourselves.
You know what we
You
need?
should check.
You know what we need? We need a study.
A study. I think
need a
we
study.
need a public study.
Somebody should study that.
Yeah.
Yep. Public study.
Maybe maybe we can study that next week.
There you go.
There we go. Next
Why don't we
week's
do a study of it next week? Ding.
Ding.
All right, we'll
So
figure that shit out.
Go home. Go on. Check out Canada Market, and then we'll ask you guys some questions next week for a chance to win
Stuff.
something.
We'll do some stuff and we'll
Some
talk
stuff.
about
Some
it
kinda
and
something.
we'll see if we can
Some kinda
find some
good
people
goods.
involved to be a part of it, or we'll figure some shit out. Yeah, sounds like it could be a show. We might as well make it hey, it's like, Christmas buying guide. Shopping at the market. We can take a look at some of the products that are available at the market.
Yeah.
See, we just put together
Yeah.
a show right there.
Yep.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay, so that makes
Just a
that
day at the
happen.
market.
Just another day at the market, the farmer's market next week. Well, thanks a lot, Buddha. Appreciate it. We have her back next week. Can't wait. That's dope. While we're doing updates, also, of course, we had the other article. Oh, wait, over on this screen. Wrong screen. Oh, there she is. She's coming back. She's coming back. We're running around. We're doing multiple things over here.
We're doing multiple things.
We're doing all the things. Hang on, let me finish the updates for a second.
All sorts of things.
We also had another 2 articles. Just things and items. We also have from Cannalance, we had 2 articles from James and Ashley Priest. I won't look, don't worry. No one can see, it's just live on Pot TV. We had 2 articles from expert contributors Ashley and James Priest from Cannalance called The POTUS on Pot, as well as Budding Business. Thanks to James and Ashley for all the effort. Be sure to check out Cannalance and at Cannalance on the social media. The POTUS on Pot looks at what the hell is Donald Trump going to do?
Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. We have. That's a whole different discussion.
That's a way different show. That's not my show. Until I get to talk to him, that's not my show.
Do you even really want to talk to Donald Trump, Greg? You know what? I'd ask.
Do I want to necessarily? No. But would I? And could it be kind of interesting? Maybe. But
Possibly.
yeah, there could be something to it, but it could also be really, really awful. And that could be really great
As
to
long
watch.
as you don't make a comment about his hair, you could be okay.
It's
He'll fire you right there. He'll fire you from humanity and feed you to alligators.
It's like the car crash you kind of can't help but watch. And then Budding Business
like
about how to
ruthless.
grow your business with your social media and organization. Great stuff. The only thing we haven't really had a whole lot of, we talked about Canada Market. We talked a little bit about, Temple of Calyx in general, but what's new, what's exciting, what goes on at the Temple, Brother Moon?
Fuck, I don't know. There's so much shit going on right now. It's like
Tell people.
we've got T-shirts. See you later.
I have to go. I had to catch the 9 ferry home.
Okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Bye,
I know.
Jenny.
I just came over to see you, Al.
See you next week. That's juicy. No, you want that. No, that's good. Continue, Al.
Yeah, I don't know. There's lots going on. We're doing T-shirts. We've already got like 3 prints ready for the new year. They'll be revealed in the new year.
In the new year. In the new year.
We've got 2 different seed varietals ready, just waiting for packaging.
Packaging. Cool.
Yeah, what else we got going on? Lots of things. I don't know, man. There's lots of stuff happening. Always, it's always just coming. It's fun.
All we need is the Instagram account back happening again, bro. And maybe one more joint.
Just tune into at Class in Session 666.
There you go.
For all of the fun stuff.
Is there anything from your magic bag of tricks we have not yet sampled, my friend?
Yeah, we got some orange cookies over here.
Oh, doing the cookies.
Which ones?
I like
are orange
cookies. Chocolate chip are my favorite. I like an oatmeal raisin. I make a good cranberry coconut too.
Here's
Peanut
the
butter.
Cookies right here.
Oh, there it is.
I got it.
My man got some cookies. I like cookies. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Anybody? No. And then Under the Seed Desk. I mean, it's a fantastical show. Everything good there. What do you guys got? I mean, you never know what you guys are up to next. But
No, we don't plan the show.
so dope.
Because
I do so much.
We just roll in and just do some stuff, and then we roll out.
And y'all make it look so good, so easy, and it's so annoying. Because I'm just like, fuck, I kill myself, and you 3 idiots come in and be like, ta-da, and just murder it.
It's fun, man.
Well, you guys have been doing it a long fucking time.
Marijuana Man is an OG in cannabis media, and you know they were doing Pot TV like long before YouTube, right? It was still dial-up when stuff was happening, and Marijuana Man was one of the originals on Pot TV. You know, so was Mick Mann, you know.
Yep, absolutely.
And Chris Bennett, and you know, like
faces we still see around to this day.
Yep.
Right.
Every day.
Every day.
Well, not Mick so much anymore, but yeah.
We're gonna see him back real soon with his game show activities. That should be a good time.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too, man. I can't wait to be a part of it. Mick, whatever you need, bro, let us know.
Yeah.
Well, we got you. Don't worry. Come down, participate in Mick's game show. You're gonna win some prizes. Most of it being marijuana, or at least a good chunk of it being marijuana. and all of it being marijuana related to some degree.
Like marijuana.
Mostly marijuana.
Maybe hash.
Mixed pot of gold. So you never know.
Could be hash or,
Could be
or some sort
extracts,
of derivative of marijuana.
Or something to do with marijuana.
Maybe something to ingest marijuana with,
or manipulate,
to prepare,
work with,
prepare marijuana with,
store marijuana with,
or to represent marijuana
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some accoutrements.
Yeah, there you
exactly.
go.
Yeah. That's a tip for you as well too, in case you asked. So let's see. Under the Seed Desk, Temple Calis. We got anything else we need to plug, brother? Anything we're missing?
Canada Market from Under the Seed Desk.
Man, I think that's I think that's most of it.
Temple Calyx.
We did that.
All the other dope fucking providers in British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's some serious collectives out here.
Oh, J-Mac's starting a podcast too. J-Mac's the new podcast.
J-Mac's got some stuff. What? There we go. Yeah, Pod TV soon to be on iTunes.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to have the shows as podcasts pretty soon. J-Mac's going to be handling that for us. That's going to be dope. So looking forward to that coming out. So stay tuned for the shows to be available on iTunes. Thanks very much for that, man. Appreciate that. So
what else is going on?
I think that's about it.
That's pretty much it, eh?
Cool. Well then, let's.
Courtney's got some dope rings. I don't know. I still think we should show some rings, but maybe that's like next.
I'm just gonna roll this and read a massive. Look at this. Right. Look at this. For more on those. For more on those involved with today's show, look at the list. Look at the list today. This is the biggest list ever. I want to read them all too because this is crazy. You guys ready? Let's see how many can I get. MedicineManDenver.com, MedicineManTechnologies.com, MediFarmHoldings.com, Instagram. Oh, you got _MedicineMan Technologies on Instagram, Medicine Man Co. on Twitter. Oh, I took a half a breath. Shit, ruined it up. Okay, because I stumbled over. Okay, next. No, I'm going again. Original Saltwater Cowboy, Fun Holler, Tim, Class Session 666, the Alchemist on Facebook. The other ones are Instagram and Twitter. Canada Market .store, that's cool. Canada_market on Twitter. SmilingBuddhaInc.com, Smiling Buddha Inc. on Instagram. Marijuana Mom on Twitter. Marijuana Mom _ on Instagram. Cannalance.com. Cannalance on social media. Facebook, you got the Cannabis Culture Poco Facebook page, as well as you got CannabisCultureDispensary.com, 12highchicks.com, SmokeandPaper.com, WeedMaps.com, and of course, don't forget to check out, as always, ExpertJoints.com. See, this is where Park comes in. Expert Joints on the social media as well, too. Thanks to our sponsors, Sublimator, Medtainer, Bovida, Karma Cup, and Crop King Seeds for building the Pot TV studio, for Glacier Gold for the dab rig, which, well, it got ignored because Al was here torching, but whoops, we'll get to that. There's some Hercules extracts, some, what is this? This is some indica dry sift rosin. Could be pretty good. I've heard good things about it. So, Monday, what's next? Well, what's coming? Funny, you should ask.
Hercules gear right here.
Yeah, we do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do right there.
Shout out to Hercules.
Hang on. Let me take this back off. Right over here. There we go. Boom. Shows the Hercules. Yes, Hercules extracts. That's pretty good there.
Hercules.
All right. Where was I? Back to it. Yeah, yes.
Sorry.
Well, please don't mind me. I'm just trying to before I let's wrap this up. What's up on Pot TV? Mondays, 420 Lifestyle with Carly Marley, 4 o'clock from under the Seed Desk with the man to my right. Thank you very much for being here. I've had Cushy on the show. I just need Greg. I'm going to get you soon, man. You're going to be sitting in this chair one of these days real quick. Check those guys both up 4 o'clock. Also, me next week again, 420 tomorrow. You'll see Jeremiah, Cannabis Culture News. Him and Johnny B going to be doing it, killing it just like they do every week. Support CannabisCulture.com, CannabisCultureHQ.com, CannabisCultureDispensary.com, at CannabisCulturePot.tv, and Pot TV Network. That one I got in one breath. It's been a slice. It's been a pleasure. Anything else? Shouts, plugs? No?
No, man.
No?
We're good.
I guess it's just time to leave.
Expert Joints.
Yeah. Well.
ExpertJoints.com.
Yeah. That's where I'll be. Gonna look for a little refresh coming soon. The show, Expert Joints Live. It's a work in progress. I have many more things up to. You've heard about some announcements with me and what I'm doing and what I'm partnering with. Well, I'm gonna have some new content coming up. Probably some announcements on a few events coming up pretty soon. I'm not just sitting in this chair Thursdays. I am running around all of the time. I just sit still. This is about the longest I sit still at any point during the week whilst awake. So takes 2 days to get here. But we get here, so, you know, it is what it is. It's fun. Stay tuned. It's always a pleasure. Thanks very much for everybody who was tuning in today. We'll get it back. Don't worry. It can take it. Wild Dragon, Tice Anderson, Matty Mo, Buzz TX, Silver Lake, C. Ray, Al Robinson. I think I saw PB up in there too. What's going on? James McDonald, Thomas Q. Nice Tice Anderson has his expert T-shirt on. That dude stays up. It's like Sweden or somewhere in Finland, Sweden. Something, maybe. He's like 9 hours ahead of us, killing it. Everybody who, Marijuana Mom for showing up. Thanks very much. Andy for being here from Medicine Man. That was a lot of fun. Saltwater Cowboy, Tim, always a good time, man. And of course, you, pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Jen for being here. Nothing left to say, but hit the music. Peace. Peace.